Yeah.
Free bands, OVO. DJ Esco.
Talking Duffy talk. Yeah. 100 racks bustin' out the rapper. 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 100 racks bustin' out the rapper.
And I got
100 racks bustin' out the rapper. 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 100 racks bustin' out the rapper.
100 racks bustin' out the rapper. All y'all niggas don't matter. I hit threes all balance. I switch hands like Allen. I'm just blessed for talent. For the whole 6, I'm wildin'. You think she your baby girl? She text us like Dallas. Oh shit, guess it don't matter. Talk down on me, I'm flattered. Whole free band on Xanax. Y'all can't do no damage. Wrong cup, guess it don't matter. This one tastes like candy. This one must be Hendrix. Fuck y'all boys, y'all finished. You're dead. I don't talk to hoes about business. Diamond in my tooth from the dentist. Put a nigga name in the Guinness. Remember when phones on minutes. I ain't dead yet like I'm Bruce Willis. I ain't really worried about the image. Y'all still treat it like a scrimmage. And I got
100 racks bustin' out the rapper. 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 100 racks bustin' out the rapper.
DJ Esco.
I got
100 racks bustin' out the rapper.
Yeah.
100 racks bustin' out the rapper.
Why not?
100 racks bustin' out the rapper.
Okay.
100 racks bustin' out the rapper.
Okay.
100 racks bustin' out the rapper.
Okay.
100 racks bustin' out the rapper.
True.
100 racks bustin' out the rapper.
100,000 buzzing out the rapper. Count up till I get a callus. I don't really talk to y'all rappers. Put codeine in the snapper. Put codeine on the salad. Guess I'm on the codeine diet. Put another 100 on the rifle. Everybody better be quiet. Everybody put your hand higher. Then I try to talk like higher. All of them 16 fire. All of them a bitch in buyer. They buying extra clothes. I mean, they buy sexual. I mean, Versace sectional. I mean, roll up the Texaco. I mean, this is the crazy flow. I got a straight jacket in the booth. I smoke a joint during the interview. Got the Rolex playing peekaboo. All you niggas that took the swag, I'ma have to get residuals. I'm a different individual. Got my hand on my genitals.
I got
100 racks bustin' out the rapper. 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 100 racks bustin' out the rapper.
And I got
100 racks bustin' out the rapper. 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 We ain't gotta use no scale. It's all that you ain't gotta count. Crack it out, hurt man's bad. Stuffed out down my pocket. 100 racks sitting in the plastic. I ain't gonna need fucking touch it. You can go out to LA. I don't go to work on budgets. You can go check these stones. Everything gon' be flooded. And I gotta work 3 phones. Name another nigga and clone. Put a whole nigga on shirt. Got a new bank account alert. Whole free band on mud. Taliban gang gon' burp. Ain't gon' take no shots. Turn my dog to a boss. We ain't gon' take no loss. Know you try to steal that sauce. Hunters on hunters on hunters. I done ran up me a bag. We got a tour this summer. I'm about to run up a bag. $100,000 now for a walkthrough. I'ma need mine in cash. Got a whole city on my back. Ain't about to go outside. Whole free band on go. 100 racks bustin' out the rapper. 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 100 racks bustin' out the rapper.
And I got
100 racks bustin' out the rapper. 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 DJ Eskimo City, the coolest DJ on the motherfucking planet.
Superior.
Warning. The following content contains strong language and may not be suitable for children. This content is primarily for adults, as this is a trucking channel and truckers have filthy mouths. Please don't tweak if I say. Viewer discretion is advised.
Sweet.
What is going on? How's everybody doing? Come on in, hit that like button. Let me know where you're checking in from. Look, link is pinned to the top of the chat. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. We're gonna do 3 hours tops. What time is it? 5:40. We'll just do it 5:45. So 3 hours tops. So 8:45, I'm gone. All right. So we're gonna try to do 3 calls. If we can get more than 3 in by 8:45, that's fine. Come on in. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Let me know where you guys are checking in from. STL in the building. Ken Hooten, I see you. What's up? What's up? What's up? Roger Lacey, Cincinnati. Kelvin Birch, Texas. Shout out to Costa. Shout out to all the MGMs. Rich Jew. Great Polo. Marie is DeWalt, Cleveland. What else? Jordan representing Minneapolis. Paul Smith. Chris Riley, ATL. We got, is it Velocious Logistics, Atlanta in the building, Goat Logistics, Alexandria, VA, the DMV, William Sweet, Jacksonville, Jonathan in the building. What's going on? What else? Who else we got? Box Truck Green, what's going on? Box Truck Green says he's out in Elk Grove Village, so that means you right outside the city. Broker just shitted on you. Damn. All right, Shannon Sotomayor in the building, Kenosha, Wisconsin. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. I'm gonna go over some rules. First, I want to share something. It's kind of old, but Cars and Cribs sent it to me earlier, and I remember when this came out. And this may be some motivation for some of y'all. Some of y'all may remember this. Some of y'all may not. This is probably about 14, maybe 15 years old. But this may be some motivation to some of y'all. So we're going to check this out. Make sure you guys hit the link. Let's not wait like we always do until 20 minutes into the show and then everybody calls in at the same time. Link is pinned to the top of the chat, all right? Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Let's see if we can give y'all a little bit of motivation out in these streets.
Weasel, you already know what time it is, because niggas is hungry. You watching this shit right now and you waiting on your shot, then you know, because you would do it. And they act like it's a problem. It ain't a problem, man. I would dispose of these niggas conveniently. TOS, nigga, terminate on sight. They green. I said they green. Niggas be asking me questions, right? I be asking me, why the fuck you asking me questions? So many questions. I understand it now, because I just sat down and I thought about it and I said, damn. If I'm from the same corner another nigga from, and that nigga get up off that corner and start bringing in 100 big ones every motherfucker, I'm not talking about $100, nigga. I'm talking about 100 M's, nigga. A motherfucking, yeah, I got a lot of questions too, right? Supposed to have a motherfucking question, but niggas always act like they don't understand what's going on. I be telling niggas straight up, I give them the game, man. It's a gift. Here you go, baby. And you know what they do? They look at me like I'm trying to pull a fast one on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get to you right after I used it. Once I bang them one time, I hit a lick, I'm gonna let you go ahead and go do it if you can fucking keep your head together enough to get yourself in the position. But, I mean, you wanna play stupid, be stupid, stay broke. You know what I'm saying? That's my motto. You understand what I'm saying? For me, I'm gonna take it in. I'm gonna absorb everything that's going on and get what I can get. Ain't no school for this shit, stupid. Ain't no school for this shit. You gotta be smart enough to pick up the information as you go. Now the crazy shit is niggas that look like you doing something wrong. What I do wrong? If you can find a nigga that could tell you that I own something, find one nigga that can say, yo, that nigga 50 owe me something, or he won't call you boo-boo because he wanna act like he knew me before we actually got on and shit like that. If you can find a nigga that say I own something, word to my mother, I'll give him whatever you say I own, but because I can't remember a nigga doing nothing for me, nigga. Now motherfuckers say you crazy, nigga call me crazy. You know I be thinking when they say that? Niggas say I'm crazy, I be thinking, yep. I was crazy enough to believe what the fuck I was saying gonna happen was gonna happen. And that's why I was persistent enough and consistent enough to exist now. Feel what I'm saying?
So basically what he's saying is the same thing I be telling y'all. You just apply the same shit. He's talking from a street perspective to business. He talked about competition. He talked about being consistent. He talked about absorbing information, taking it, applying it, and stepping on people's necks. Business is competitive. I don't care if you in the street business. I don't care if you are in the corporate world. I don't care if you are in the blue collar business. I don't care if you're in a white collar business. It's all competitive. Even if you work in a 9 to 5, it's competitive. Everybody's competing for that promotion. It's 5 people that are on the same level, and they're all competing for that promotion, right? For that extra bump, so they can make that extra money. All right. So everything he said in this video is old. You know what I'm saying? This is old, but Cars and Cribs sent it to me, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna play this tonight. Maybe it can resonate with some people and motivate you to get up off your behind and go out and get what you so desire. All right. So come on in. Link is pinned to the top of the track. Call-in show. All right. We're gonna do 3 hours tops. We're gonna try to get 3 calls in. If we can get more in within those 3 hours, so be it. I got probably 10 people that hit me up this week since Monday that said when is the next call-in show. And here we are. So I posted it on Facebook. I posted it on Instagram. I did a live stream earlier and let people know. And here we are. All right. So we did a Q&A last night in the chat. Not doing chat questions today. Call in. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. If you call in, you can watch the stream from your phone or whatever device you call in, your phone or whatever. If you want to see the chat, when you call in, you have to turn your phone in portrait mode, which is horizontal. If you have your phone in vertical, you'll still be able to, see the stream in the broadcast view the way that the audience is seeing it. But if you turn it horizontal in landscape mode, then you'll see an icon pop up to I think it's the top right or the bottom right, where you can click on that, and then it'll open up another little sidebar where you can see the chat. All right. So when you call in, make sure you turn your phone horizontal. If you also want to see the chat, link is pinned to the top. For the call-in show, we're going to do 3 hours, 3 calls, 3 hours at most. All right. So let's see who's calling in first. What is this? Shout out to AJ, Costas, Marie. Come on, if you calling in, let's get it on. I'm only gonna take the first 3. All right. First three, or however many we can get in 3 hours. We're cutting it off at 8:45 tonight. How many minutes we in so far? 13 minutes. We always gotta wait 20 minutes before the first person calls in. It's like inevitable. Like, what happened to the days when the intro was playing and I dropped the link? People was already waiting when the show came on. So link pinned to the top of the chat. Where's Pip? Is Pippi here? I ain't seen Pippi in a few days. Let me put the link in the chat. All right, link is pinned to the top of the chat and it's right there as well. You said Terrence wanted to call up. A few people wanted to call up. I think I saw Maximize Trucking left something. This comment this morning said he wanted to call up. I had some people hit me up that said they wanted to call up. I seen some other comments that said they wanted to call up. So I posted it on Instagram and Facebook. So yeah. So first come, first serve. Also, if you call up and someone else is already on, you can still watch the show from the green room. So If you call up and you see someone else is already on screen, you don't have to hang up and jump out of line. You can just chill out in the green room. That way you won't lose your spot. You can still watch the show in broadcast view from the green room. What ended up happening to that dude was getting pimped from his boss, respectfully. I don't know. He hasn't been back on the channel since then. I think he kind of low-key got in trouble that day from his boss. I think he kind of low-key got in trouble. Terrence, if you here, I know you want to call up, maximize trucking. Paul Smith said that means 5 hours. No, not tonight. I'm out 8:45. I'm gone. I am gone at 8:45. I am gone. I am gone. D. Funny Philly said, I don't. He ain't been back. He hasn't been back. All right. Well, while we waiting for some people to come up, conversation that we always talk about on the channel, and we actually touched on it. Well, I touched on it again last night, where I was talking about how everything has gone up in trucking except for the rates, and I'm always telling people to get accustomed, to the rates and find a way to make it in this business with the rates being what they are. I went into a whole spiel last night about insurance and fuel and labor and the cost of trucks, the cost of repair. All these entities have increased. And then someone sent something to me today from a very large box truck content creator, and I wanted to share it with you because actually this is not even the real page. It's a fake page. Hold on. It's a fake page. This ain't even their real page. Hold on. Oh, let's see. Oh no, this is their real page. I thought they had more followers than this. But hold on, we're finna share it. I want to share something with y'all because it just talks about what we always talk about on this channel, and now they are being affected and they're talking about it as well. Now I don't know, but let's play it. I just want y'all to check this out.
We have good driving records. We had no issues with our driving, and the insurance company still goes up $200 a month for our truck insurance. How you feel?
I'm finna get out of this bitch. Serious.
Really?
Really?
Y'all wait on that one.
Really, I ain't making no money like that.
No, not when they keep going up on the insurance. So now instead of $937, we're paying like $1121 a month, and we got good driving records. State of Georgia gonna need to get it together.
So shout out to Chrissy and Mr. Walter, and but this is something we always talk about it. But state of Georgia don't have anything to do with that. The driving records don't have anything to do with the insurance rates going up. All right, everything is going up. Listen, I talked about this earlier this year. My policy renewed in April, and my insurance went up $100. Right, and my trucks don't even move. Y'all saw me go to the yard Sunday and had to charge the trucks up, and I only got a chance to charge one of them up. Them trucks ain't moved. My insurance went up. Everybody's insurance is going up. It has nothing to do with the state or the driving records. It's called inflation. My personal insurance is going up on my cars. My personal cars, my trucks. It is affecting every single bite. Now, I don't know if it seemed like Walter was serious. Chrissy was, kind of not. But, this just goes to show you that it affects every single body. you have to get accustomed to running your truck. Now, some people may be thinking like 1100 is good, and to most cases, 1100 ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? 1100 ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? But if you're accustomed to paying something and it goes up, then I can see how that can affect an individual. But this is affecting everybody, so you got to get accustomed. Listen, this ain't even the new norm no more. I was saying it's the new norm a year and a half, 2 years ago now. This is normal. We are in the norm now. You got to figure shit out. You got to, the solution is make more money. Make more money. Everybody got to make more money. Like, we can continue to have these conversations over and over and over and over and over again about what you may think is cheap rates and this, that, and the third, when actuality is it's either you're not making enough money because you're not working hard enough, or you're living above and beyond your means and you're not practicing delayed gratification. And that's just the facts of the matter. We had a gentleman come on last night. I don't know if he's here. Insurance 2,800. Bought a truck that's 3 times worth. He paid 3 times what the truck is worth. I keep telling people, been saying it since I started this channel. Margins are low. The margins are low. The rates are the rates. So if everything that's entailed with running your box truck business has gone up and rates haven't, rates are the same. All right. And when I say the same, I mean the same to way back when I first got started. These are the same rates. You got 2 options. Business is business. Business is business. You can't complain. If you come into business, then you got to adapt to what's going on. I was watching another stream earlier, and it was a trucking stream, not box truckers, a trucking channel, and the content creator was going off on all the fake owner operators that were in the chat, telling them just go be a company driver, stop coming and complaining. You can't afford to be an owner operator in today's times. Now let's parallel that to quality of life. Let's go back to the 50s. You could have a husband, a wife, and back then people had a lot of kids, 3, 4 kids in a household. A husband can go to work. He could be working in the Midwest, working a factory job, working a steel mill, and that husband or that man could go to work, earn enough money. Wife can be a homemaker, a stay-at-home wife, a homemaker. That gentleman could go to work, make enough money to buy a home, buy a car, support his wife, his 3 or 4 kids. You can't do that anymore, all right? A man with 4 kids and a wife who doesn't work in today's times, with the cost of food, with the cost of shelter, with the cost of transportation and everything else that you need for a modest quality of life, one income is not enough anymore. Everything has gone up. sometimes you gotta try to make more with dealing with less, if that's the right way to say it. Sometimes you have to take less to make more, if that's the right way to say it. So that's why I always say start from humble beginnings. I got somebody in the back I'm about to bring you up. Start from humble beginnings. If you, like the guy last night, I just want to use him for example. I'm not beating up on him. You jumping into this business and you don't know what the hell you're doing, right? And you go out with $100,000 debt. That's a lot of money hanging over your head without any knowledge of what you're getting into, especially if you haven't researched it. Even if you have researched it, that's still a big risk. A $25,000, $30,000 risk is risky, but it's not as big as $100,000. And every time I come across somebody that jumps out the window with all this debt, they always succumb. Here's the thing. You don't know what the future holds. Yes, we talked about on this channel 2 years ago. For everybody that was watching the channel, Great Polo, SD Walk, all you guys that have been around since the early days, everything that's going on now, I said that this shit was going to happen 2 years ago. This is why people watch the channel. I told y'all what was going to happen, right? So for people who jump out the window because everything is peaches and rosy at that particular time, they're not preparing for what happens down the road. You have to prepare for what happens down the road. So if you jump into the business and you already robbing Peter to pay Paul, the first day you come into the business, what happens if there is an economic downturn? Do I see the inflation report going down next week? No. It's gonna be sideways or it's gonna be up. You know why? I know it's going to either be sideways or it's going to be up because I monitor every single day when I go to the grocery store. Every 2-3 weeks, the same shit that I buy goes up $1. So if I'm buying the same Beyond patties, Beyond steak, the coconut milk, sugar-free, little ice cream, because I can't eat dairy, and I'm paying $5.99 for it. Then I'm paying $6.99. Now I'm paying $7.99 for a little quart of coconut milk dessert ice cream. That lets me know inflation is rising. So if you still have an overabundance of supply and you're going to these stores too. What is crazy to me is everybody that's in here that asks these questions eats food. That's your best example. Pay attention when you go to the grocery store. Pay attention when you go to the grocery store. So if the groceries are still going up, then don't you think that the business that you're in is affected by inflation also? So what do you do when you go to the grocery store? If you can't afford X certain types of name brand food, you might buy the generic. You used to go buy Gain and Tide, now you buying the Walmart version, great value. Why? You kind of delaying your gratification. You can't spend $27 for no Tide no more. You spending $16 for the great value. Same thing in the box truck business. You got to delay your gratification. And that's how you going to win. How you doing?
What up? How you doing?
You look familiar.
What was that?
You look familiar.
Yeah, I called like a month ago. I had a moving company in New York. We was talking about getting a moving license and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember you. What's going on?
Chilling. So my question is for the moving. When I be hearing you talk about it, you be saying like it's moving season right now, and you be saying you should be booked for like the next 2 months in advance, like the next month in advance, right?
I mean, you on the news, so you may not have the the footprint yet to get that much traffic calling you.
Yeah.
But as you get more, as you get a larger footprint out here, when you start marketing and stuff, then yeah, you should be at least booked a month out, month to a
Okay,
month and a half
that was
out.
my question. Like how many years in the business would you say for you to be, booked up like that? And does that depend
About
on your market?
about 3 years, and I mean you're in New York, so it shouldn't take. But the main key to getting booked out is like that, because with moving, especially when you focus on the smaller moves when you're getting started, like the studios, the 1 and 2 bedrooms, those customers move every year. You
Yeah.
move a person in a 1 bedroom, they're not going to stay in that 1 bedroom for 2 and 3 and 5 and 10 years. Every year, rent goes up. They're looking to find something that's affordable, right? So they're moving, right? Those people are moving. That's going to be repeat customers. So now after you move them the first year, you do a good job. They're going to call you. If you move them June 30th of this year, June 30th, 2025, their lease is going to be up. They're going to be calling you. And not only are they going to be calling you, they're also going to recommend you to their friends and families. And that's how you build up your network. 40 to 50% of your customers, once you are tenured, should be repeat customers and referrals in the moving business.
Yeah, because I heard you talking to one dude on one podcast. I forget how long ago it was, but he was saying he should be making like 20 grand for the month. I'm like, I'm nowhere close to that yet.
Who was I talking to? I mean, in moving, you could make way more than that. But he probably, who was I talking? Was he in a cargo van, or was he in a?
I think he was starting off. I think he started off in the cargo. That he got like 16-footer. I forget who it was.
Was he doing moving, or was he doing something else?
I think he was like trying to dive into the moving. I think he just he didn't even have all the equipment really yet, but I think he was just diving into the moving.
Yeah, I mean, you could do way more. I think you might probably 20 grand is something a over the road box trucker would make, or like a final mile team. With moving, you could do more than 20 grand. You could do 20
Yeah,
grand a week.
100%. I was just wondering, because I'm only a year into it. I was just like, damn, I'm doing way better than I was doing last year, but I'm nowhere close to being booked out the whole month.
Well, so until you get tenured, it's going to take a while. So what you should focus on now is trying to get booked out the first week and the last week of every month. All right, so we in May. So if I pull up a calendar here, where's my calendar? Hold on, let me see. Oops. Wow, I wish I would put my calendar on the screen, but I don't want y'all seeing all my. Hold on, let me see something. All right, so if you look at a calendar, right, you see all right, you see the 24th is a Friday, the 25th, the 26th, the 27th is Memorial's Day. Right?
Yeah.
So from Friday the 24th all the way until June 8th, you should be booked every day. And the reason why is the last week and the first week of every month during moving season are your biggest, right? Not everyone moves on the day their lease is up. Not everybody moves the last day. Some people have a little flexibility. They'll prefer to move a few days before, let's say May 31st or before June 1st, because they know those are the two busiest days. And if they're moving in or out of buildings where they got to reserve elevators, they're booking their moves 2-3 months in advance, right? Because they give the buildings giving people 2-hour windows, and they only letting people use the elevator from 9 to 5, right? So for the end of this month and the beginning of next month, you should be booked out. Now, until you become tenured, because after June 8th, the 9th through the 22nd, it's going to slow down, right?
Yeah,
but
it's slow right now. This month is slow.
Well, it's not slow. It's going to be, well, no. May is busy. It's just you're new. You don't have a footprint yet. So what I'm saying is the 2 middle weeks of the moving season months are slower than the last week and the first week. But there's still work. You still have people whose leases are up on the 15th. Once you get big enough to the point where your footprint is out there, you'll have moves every day. It's just the volume of people are moving the last week and the first week. You in a what? A 16-footer? Or you got a
I got a
26?
20-foot enclosed trailer, but I also just run out U-Hauls if I need
All
to.
right. So for instance, for May 23rd or May 24th, you should have 3 moves that day. The 25th, that's the weekend going into Memorial Day. 25th is going to be slammed.
Mhm.
You should not have anything. The 26th, that Sunday, you should be booked. Memorial Day, a lot of people move Memorial Day. Why? Because they don't want to take the 26th, the 28th, the 29th, 30th, 31st off from work. So they take advantage of that holiday and move.
Yeah.
All right. The 28th, the 29th, the 30th, obviously the 31st, you should be booked all day. June 1st, you should be booked all day, which is a Saturday. June 2nd, all day. The 3rd through the 8th, you should be booked. You shouldn't start seeing any slowdown until the 9th. And then
And at
back
what
again.
point? So, say I just started a moving company last month. Obviously, I want to be booked towards the end of the month. Right now, how long should it be to get to that point to where you're booked at the beginning of in the end of the month?
You should be taking bookings for the end of the month and the 1st of June right now.
Okay, so after when you say after like a year of business, you should be booked between the first and the last of the month. You see my question? You understand my question?
No, you want to know how booked out, how early. So basically, you want to know how for June, you want to know how far out you should be booked. Like say for June, right? Is that what you're asking? Like so?
No, I'm asking. So say I started a moving company yesterday.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not gonna be booked for the next couple months. I'm saying how from day one you start a moving company, how long should it take for you to be booked? Like the beginning of the month, like a year into it, 6 months into it. You know what I mean?
What are you using to market yourself?
I just signed up for Thumbtack like in February. Moving help and everything else is word of mouth. The first year was just really word of mouth.
And
So I'm
what's
just
today's
now
date?
getting into Thumbtack.
Today's the 9th. How was last week for you?
So what is it? The beginning of May and end of April, I was pretty much booked up. I think in the last like 2 weeks, I had like 10 jobs.
That's it?
Yeah.
So let's say from what, like the April 26th, let's say, to April 30th?
Yeah, I had like a job, at least a job every day.
You should be trying to shoot for 2 to 3 jobs a day.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, you're just getting started, so you gotta get those reviews out there. I don't know, like on Thumbtack, like what's your budget?
I think I did limited. I pretty much followed that YouTube video that you
did what?
posted years ago. I pretty much followed that YouTube video you posted.
Right. But what's your
ago.
budget? What's your budget?
I did unlimited.
You did unlimited?
Yeah.
So how many leads are you getting a day?
It'd be random. Like I would say 1 to 2 some days, sometimes none. Sometimes I might get 3, 4.
What's the name of your company on Thumbtack?
It's called RC Movers.
It's in New York?
Yeah. Let me know if you need the zip code.
What's the zip code?
13041.
RC Movers, you said?
Yep.
This you right here?
Yep, that's me right there.
All right, so you got a 4.8. You got 15 reviews. One, you're taking too long to respond.
Okay.
So by the time you respond, if I was there, by the time you call, they're gonna be like, we already booked somebody, because I'll be done called them as soon as they hit the button.
What's my response time right there, say?
3 hours.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's too long.
Yeah.
My name is Darnell. I the owner of RC Movers, we specialize in smaller moves, junk removal. First of all, if I'm hiring you to move, I don't want my shit on a truck and you moving junk.
Yeah. I mean, I really do the junk removal just in my pickup truck. I don't really do need like big.
You explain it to me, but to a customer, if I'm reading this, I don't want my shit. I got nice shit. Why do I want my shit on the truck and you putting junk on there?
Nah, yeah, I don't mix both.
No. You missing the point. It ain't a fact whether it ain't the fact whether you mix it or not. The shit was on there. I don't want my shit. I don't want my mattress on the truck and you cleaning out garages and people's basements. So if hold on. Yeah. If I read this and as soon as I see that, this is what I'm gonna do.
Facts.
We stand out because we are the only company that offers full moving for $125 an hour, which includes us bringing our. That's cap. You're not the only company that do that. First of all, this is all wrong. Like your whole introduction is wrong. They don't need to know your personal name. This is not, personal. This is business. You need to take out this junk removal because there's going to be customers, a lot of customers that are going to read that and they're going to keep going. Junk removal should be for junk removal trucks, dump trucks, dump trailers, trucks that just focus on junk.
Yeah.
So if you saying you don't mix, it don't matter. You put junk on the shit before, that means it's still remnants of junk being on there, and I wouldn't want my shit on there. Period. All right. You got to redo your whole description. This is not a good description. It doesn't stand out. It doesn't jump. Well, I would have to write it for you. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that you could do. Hello, we are RC Movers. We are the #1 small moving and delivery company in the New York and surrounding area. We offer full service moves from just a few items up to 2-bedroom apartments. Whatever little special offers you have, we only charge an hourly fee and a standard truck fee, which includes mileage, fuel, and material. I mean, you gotta sell them. You ain't sold nobody in this description. You ain't sold nobody. You basically told a person that my Italian leather furniture, you're gonna put my Italian leather furniture on a truck where you moved fucking cobweb fucking records out somebody's basement and 8-tracks and they spiders and shit crawling, and you gonna put my nice furniture on that same truck. That's basically what you telling me in your description.
Yeah, I gotta redo that because that's not the case. I use the back of my pickup truck for the small junk removal. I don't use the trailer.
That's fine, but that's not what you put right there.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. I understand.
That shouldn't even be there. You shouldn't be cross-referencing. The title is RC Movers.
Yeah.
Moving and junk removal are not associated.
Yeah, I was just trying to, when you first started busy, you trying to do everything.
Well, you're not selling nobody. You haven't sold. You haven't grasped the reader's attention would make me want to book with you.
Okay.
So your description is you gotta redo your description. I'm gonna be honest with you. You can't change it. You gotta be truthful. 1 year in business is gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
The reason why is because a lot of customers that are accustomed to moving, they want experienced movers. Why? Because they don't want their shit fucked up. Right?
Yeah.
I don't want nobody coming in here moving and they ain't got no experience. Not because I'm a mover, a professional mover, right? But I just don't want inexperience coming in here, right? Because I got nice shit. A lot of people else are gonna think the same way. You can't do anything about this, right? All right, you background check. You haven't listed your business hours. No one knows what days you're available. The algorithm with Thumbtack is only going to send you to people. So if I say I want to move May 31st at 9 a.m., you don't have anything listed. The algorithm doesn't know if you're open or not.
All right.
Horrible, 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 man. Like this right here. This is not a good rap job. The truck ain't loaded right.
That was all. That was all that they had. It was a U box.
This is
Yeah, that's a
this
U
is the
box.
U, but this is how it was packed. Y'all packed it.
I can't really remember, but I know that's a U box. It was different days.
Do a separate thing for the junk removal and the moving.
All right.
When I was had the junk removal thing, it did not cross reference with the moving. The junk removal company was totally separate.
Okay.
And created a totally you can have multiple companies under one account with Thumbtack. So if you got 1, 2, 3 movers, you can have 1, 2, 3 junk removal, and it's going to have its own profile on its own page in that category. You don't want to mix the two.
You don't start things and not finish them. You don't quit. There's nothing that comes out of quitting besides knowing that you didn't finish. We finish everything. You start it, finish it. If you're going to do it to try and be the best. Not be better than other people, be the best for you.
These are your guys, or is this something else?
Yeah, that's my guys.
You don't start things and not finish them. You don't quit. There's nothing that comes out of quitting besides knowing that you didn't finish. We finish everything. You start it, finish it. If you're going to do it to try and be the best. Not be better than other people, be the best for you.
So, I don't know if you finished loading this truck, but you should have loaded more stuff back here. These 2 boxes would have built a wall right here.
Yeah, that.
You don't start things and not finish them.
I mean, I wasn't even done loading. I was just putting stuff.
There's nothing that.
Everybody wants the prize, but nobody loves the process. Everybody wants to be a champion, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to be a champion. Everybody wants to hold up the trophy and say, man, I did it, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to do it. I love the process. I love the thought of working for what I want. You're never supposed to wish for it more than you're willing to work for it. Your expectations never supposed to exceed your effort. A lot of people, they wish, and they're not willing to work. Life is going to hit you with a certain level of opposition, and it's going to test your will and it's going to test your heart. And life is going to say to you, you said you wanted it, now let's see how bad you really want it.
Next time, put a blanket on this. This is a bathroom vanity.
Yeah, it's one of
This
the
is
lighter ones.
There's wood on the side. You want to
It's like
wrap it. You
fake
want to
wood.
still. It don't matter what is fake. A chipping it, damaging it, whether it's fake or real. Guess what? You bought it. You're not
Yeah.
licensed. You put a blanket down on the ground. You set this on top of the blanket. You pull it up. You fold the corner. You put a piece of tape. You fold the other end, tape it. So now you got the bottom covered. Then you throw a blanket on top. You cover the top. You gotta get you some big blankets. Go around it with tape to hold the blanket in, and then go around it all the way with shrink wrap from the bottom all the way around like a cocoon. Cause here's what you're doing. You just wasting shrink wrap right here.
I was
You
doing
know
to keep
what?
the drawers in.
I hear what you're saying, but you're not protecting the wood.
Yeah.
This is a bathroom vanity. This is one of the most visited places in the house. So this is not something that a customer, if it does get a nick right here or a nick in the front, that they're gonna let just go, right? Because they always washing their face, brushing their teeth, shit like that. If you're gonna do it, do it.
Yeah.
You charging them by the hour.
That was a set. I think that was a set price. It was just bring an old one up and bring a new one down or whatever. It was exchange.
Within the same house or no?
Yeah, same house. He had it in the garage, the new one in the garage. I think that
What
was
about this? What
that
about
was
this?
older new one. That was I can't remember. I think that's the old one.
For the same customer?
Yeah, we took that one out and put the other one in.
So where'd you take this one?
Just to the side of the house. That's just my charger.
What are these, like happy customers or something?
Yeah.
It's not a good wrap job. Most of the damage on your sofas come right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. So when you wrap this thing, you gotta wrap it all the way around.
Yeah.
What happens when you start lifting? You see how this is already rolling up right here?
Yeah, I think that was a used sofa. That was a used sofa for my brother. So I didn't even really. I should have wrapped it better and took a better picture.
But here's the thing: you if you're gonna wrap it, wrap it.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna showcase it, you want your best work showcased. I'm not the only professional mover that is out here. You got other people that may be moving that once worked for a moving company, right? They're gonna look at this. You competing, right? Against other people to book moves, right? So me knowing the moving business, or let's say me working for a moving company all 4 years that I was in college, now that I'm grown with a wife and 2 kids, and I'm moving, and I work for Tesla. I'm a engineer at Tesla, and I got $1 million home, which means I got furniture that goes in $1 million home. And then I'm scrolling through your pictures to look at your quality of work, and I see this. What would you do?
Yeah, I wouldn't book.
You wouldn't book you?
With the knowledge of already knowing moving. With
But
that
would
knowledge,
you book?
yeah.
Okay, so a picture like this is not something you want. Even still, a person that's looking at this, they want their furniture wrapped. Why it ain't wrapped down here?
Yeah.
And these are the pictures you showcasing to make it seem like you cold with it. But you got stuff that's half-ass done. The mattress, the box spring ain't wrapped.
Yeah.
Why would I want my box spring on this nasty ass truck? just sitting on the ground where I lay my head at night. How do I know the person that you moved before didn't have bed bugs and your trailer is infested with bed bugs?
Yeah.
You don't take nobody's mattress or no box spring out their house and don't wrap it.
That's a move and help job though. Should I?
I don't
What's the case? Now you
listen.
think I should just tell them I can't touch it?
You don't touch. Listen. So when you carrying the mattress and the box spring like that, then guess what? They jump up on you. Now guess where you taking them?
Yeah.
Where you taking them?
To the crib.
All right then. You want to take them home with you?
Nah. So for all the move and help jobs and like a thumbtack, well, really just move and help jobs where
I don't
they have
listen.
the truck,
I don't care. I don't care. Mattress box spring has got to get wrapped.
Okay.
Period.
So
even if we giving them wrap for free, I'm not rubbing that shit up on me.
Facts. Okay.
Cause we're gonna search it, but you might miss one. It might be a translucent one crawling around. Facts. Now you done drove home, your car and all this shit. Now you done introduced them to your shit.
Mm-hmm.
So scrolling through your pictures, looking at, oh hell no, I ain't booking them. You see how he got the damn box spring? They didn't even wrap the box spring. I don't want my box spring in my mattress on no nasty ass. Damn, been moving who knows who.
Mm-hmm.
What's this? A junk removal?
Yeah. This is a picture.
All right, man. Let's read some of these reviews. Why they give you a 2-star on this job 2 weeks ago? They didn't write a full review.
I think she was just in a bad mood. She wasn't even really there for the move. She gave us she left the door open. We put it to the storage unit. I told her the price, and that was pretty much it.
How did she pay you? Over the phone? Credit card?
She paid me, I think half was credit card, half was Cash App.
So you got all 5 stars and one 2-star?
Yeah.
Are these real reviews or did you?
They're not facts. They are.
Huh?
They are. Yep.
Not all of them.
Some of them from Google.
Yeah, so you got a lot of work to do on this.
Okay.
It's contributing to, you not booking jobs. You are still coming up on the first page, second, because we at the end of the week, so a lot of people in your market, budget has run out.
Yeah, and I think I just signed up for it in like February. So
So
I definitely gotta improve on it.
so yeah, you need to do some work. Also, get you like a logo, a professional logo.
Okay.
Get you a professional logo.
Just put the professional logo on the profile picture. Yeah.
That and uniform shirts.
Yeah. Yeah. I was about to order some black tees. Hopefully, within these next couple of days, the black
I would
polo
get
tee.
I would get blue.
Blue.
Black is gonna get too hot in the summertime.
Okay.
I mean, you can get whatever you want, but I'm just telling you from experience. Moving and black, not a good combination, especially
Yeah, I
on
be
a
black all
80,
day. I
90
wear
degree
black
day.
every day.
So
But shit. I think that was it. I don't think I even have any more questions.
that's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tune back in when I change the profile or whatever now, and call back in.
All right,
All right, peace.
all right, later. All right, who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Uh, let me see. Uh, what's going on in the chat? All right, who's next? Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. All right. All right, link pinned to the top of the chat. What time is it? We got one down. 6:46. Got about an hour and about 2 hours to go. So who's next? Link pinned to the top of the chat. Link pinned to the top of the chat. Um, Shout out to Mike G. One of my ex neighbors has a moving company. They're rocking blue shirts as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I told them blue shirts is the way to go. And the reason why, black, obviously it gets too hot, right? Another reason black isn't good is because when you're moving stuff, those boxes are rubbing up against you. A lot of things are rubbing up against you. And if these guys only got one shirt and they don't have another shirt to change into, by the time you finish your first and getting into your second job, the front of that black shirt is just going to look filthy, right? I've tried gray shirts in the past. Same thing with gray shirts. That light gray, it just as you carrying boxes and you carrying stuff and it's bumping up against your chest and the dust and the dirt and some of these people got dust bunnies and dust everywhere. They ain't fucking cleaned ever. You flip the damn box spring up in the bed frame and under the bed. You just see like you can just sweep all the dust bunnies together and you can make Mount Everest of dust. Like I'm telling you, I've seen it all. So this stuff is rubbing up against you. So black is not good. Gray is not good. Red is not good. The best color combination, best colored uniform shirts that I've come across is navy blue. Navy blue. Make sure if you're gonna letter it or you're gonna put your logo on it, put your logo on the back. Why? Because you put your logo on the front, you're carrying stuff, it starts to peel. It starts to peel and starts to look crazy and dingy, and put your logo on the back. Leave your front bare. All right, so I've tried plenty colors and different designs and shit, and navy blue works the best. Uh, let's see. All right, who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Man, why does everybody hit me up and say when the next calling show? When the next calling show? Like we gotta go through the watch the second set by two, the second and a half hour. Everybody gonna want to start calling. I swear to you, I'm gone. I am gone. I got shit to do. I got shit to do. Blue shirt with flag. Yup. Hey Mark, since there's been more job cuts out here, don't you think it's best to run more small business than working with a company job? Nope. I think it's best to work with a company. If you asking from a trucker standpoint, I think it's better to work for a company. Here's the thing, man. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. Some people gonna agree with it, some people not. Some people gonna get mad. Some people gonna agree with it because they think they him or her, and they really not. The reason why most businesses fail is because everybody can't be a business owner. You got to be cut to be a business owner. A lot of people ain't cut for it. You got some people that just not hard working enough. Some people too nice. It's a lot of different reasons, you know. In most cases, and when I say most cases, I mean most cases because statistics back this up. More people have better productivity working for someone else, like a company, than they do working for themselves because they're not willing to put in the extra effort that's required to be self-employed. And that's just the truth of the matter. You know, late job cuts ain't no different than a person starting a business and failing. That's a job cut too. You cut yourself. If you start a business and you fail and you go out of business, that's a job cut, right? You fired yourself or you got laid off, right? That's a job cut too. It ain't no different. It ain't no different. Things are getting more difficult for everybody. People and businesses. So you got to be savvy. You got to be smart out here. You got to make shit happen. Link pin to the top of the chat. I'm gonna answer this question and then no. Can't answer this question. Caller, I don't see you, caller. I need to see you. Oh, there you go. There you go. We ain't getting porn bombed and P bombed in here no more. Uh oh. He clicked off. Caller. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I can't bring you on till we see you. I gotta know who you are.
What's
How you
up,
doing?
Art?
How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I mean, I'll be talking to you sometimes. I've been rocking with you since you started. This DeAndre, I'll be text you on Instagram a lot.
On
Yes,
Instagram. Yeah. You
D
said you
Smith.
went to you said you went
Yeah,
to school for something, right? Something you owed me a testimonial or something, right?
I do owe you a testimony. I graduated yesterday, man. I graduated yesterday. But I just wanted to get on here. I had a quick question for you. Yesterday in the chat, I asked you about commercial washer and dryers. Um, I got a lead on Thumbtack last week and want to move 33 washers, commercial ones, and 19 dryers. When I was talking to the client and I did some research on it, they were pulling them out with a pallet jack, and I heard you say yesterday use a hump strap.
What's the make and the model?
He didn't provide any make or models, but he did tell me it was like the dryers that the dryers that you go in the laundromat, they're stackable. So they're moving like he moving from one unit in the same closet to like 3 doors down. Some of them going there, and then the rest of them want to storage unit.
But he didn't give you, are they speed queens?
Nah, he didn't give me no specs. He just was like, "Hey man, can you give me a quote?"
Are they coming out of a laundromat? If they coming out of a laundromat, then they probably
honestly, I'm probably not.
If they're coming out of a laundromat, then it's probably a speed queen commercial. Let me see.
Okay. He made it specifically like, yeah, you're gonna need a pallet jack to mount type situation.
You said washers and dryer, right? You said washer and dryer, right?
Yep.
So.
Yep. 33 washers, 19 dryers.
If they're coming from like a laundromat, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be a speed queen. The reason I know is because I've done a lot of research and to open up a laundromat in the past. So this is what the dryer would look like, or the washer. The dryers kind of look like this too.
Yeah, that's what I saw on YouTube too.
Right. So.
Yep.
And then you got some of the smaller washers look like this, the coin ones. So, but then they have the bigger, the jumbo coin ones. Oh shit, where is it? The jumbo coin ones, like that one. So you see how this is sitting on a pallet? This is how you would move it. You would need a pallet jack and a lift gate. You there? Yo. Yo. Yeah, you breaking up bad. You're gonna need a pallet jack and a lift gate. You heard me?
Okay.
You're gonna need a pallet jack.
Would you charge them per hour? Or would you,
Hell yeah! I mean, you 19 commercial washers and dryers and 13 whatever.
I mean, this my thing. This my thing. I don't know how long a job. For this, I'm guessing about 48 hours. Thinking I have to need about 5 guys because it's like 33 washers and 18 dryers.
Wait. How many are leaving the premises?
$33 washers, 18 dryers, but half of them are onto the unit, like 3 units down, and some of them is onto the storage.
So the half that are going 3 units down, that's within the same building, right?
Same closet.
I'm having a hard time hearing you. Your phone, you got like a bad connection.
Let me move. Yeah. Is that connection better?
A little better, but not much. Where you at? In South Carolina, right?
Yeah, but no, I'm in Georgia. I'm outside Atlanta.
Oh, that's right. You in Atlanta. All right, so you're gonna need a pallet jack, lift gate, right? You gonna also need some 4-wheel dollies.
Yep.
And you still gonna need some hump straps because he probably gonna want them placed unless the ones that that's probably, are they all going to storage? One is going to another storage unit in the same building, then the rest are going to storage unit somewhere else?
Yep.
Well, I would still have some hump straps just in case you got to take some of them off the pallet, but you're gonna need pallet jack, 4-wheelers, hand trucks. I don't see why you would need 5 to 8 guys, but and I don't even see why it would take 8. How many are going?
I was saying 5 guys, 4 to
How
5.
how how many are going to a different location?
So he told me about 20 washers are going to the unit that's in the plaza, and about 10 dryers is going to the unit in the plaza. So that'd be 9 dryers, going to the other space, and then I believe 13 washers.
So 13 washers got to go on the truck.
Yep, and 9 dryers.
Got to go on the truck. That's 2 trips.
Yep.
So that's 2 trips. Yeah, you don't need 5 guys for that. It only take 1 guy to lift the pallet jack.
What you think? Okay.
I would say 3 guys.
So you thinking about 3 to 4 then?
I mean, they on pallet jacks, right?
And you thinking about 48 hours?
How many trucks you gonna have?
Well, he already disassembled them. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna bring a big 26-footer and then maybe a small 16-footer, but
16-footer ain't gonna 16-footer ain't gonna do you no good because they on pallets.
I was gonna get the.
You gonna get a 16-footer with that little bitty lift gate? I mean, it's up to you, man. But I don't think you need 5 guys, man.
I thought I probably could.
This is a 3-man job, man. It's a 3-man job. You need 3-man job.
Okay. I mean, I usually run with 3 guys anyway, so that works. Helps with the expenses.
Yeah, it's a 3-man job. Yep. So it's a 3-man job. I would charge him by the hour.
I mean, that's the only question. Okay. He's looking for an invoice, so I was gonna, of course, charge him by hour, charge him for the extra equipment I'll have to get for the pallet jack, charge for all the extra equipment I have to get. I already have the hump straps, 4-wheel dollies, hand trucks, all that stuff. Only thing I don't have is the pallet jack.
You ain't got a pallet jack? Oh no, you a final mile guy. Moving. Right, you're not an OTR.
Nah, remember, I was doing this stuff with the final mile stuff in 2020, and then I really, I was doing the Peloton stuff, so there's really no need for me to have.
Right. Yeah, so you can rent a pallet jack.
So I was either gonna go buy one or go rent one for the day. Yeah.
Yeah, you can go rent one. Yeah. I would rent I would rent a power one if they got one. Yep.
Okay. Definitely. But yeah, I mean, it's just a quote, man. It's not even gonna be a locked in thing. He was looking for a quote. I told him, the hourly rate, what it would be. So far, I told him it would be $175 for the 3 guys for the hour, with a $125 truck fee. But I guess he's really looking for like a true invoice. So I'm like, all right, I could run up an invoice and
a $125 a $125 truck fee. Why would you rob yourself like that?
Yeah. How much you would charge for the truck? I mean, I told you I'm getting the trucks in Penske for the low. I mean, a lot of times for my moves, I charge a $100 truck fee.
A 26-footer,
only spending like $60-$70 on the Penske.
Don't matter. The 26-footer, $225, $250.
I haven't did a 26-footer yet. I told you I've been only doing 1 and 2 bedroom moves, so I've been doing 16-foot the whole time. This would be the first time
that's what
I would
you
have
charge.
to go get a 26-footer.
16-footer, yeah, you could charge 125. You know, I was charging 150, but not no 26-footer. I wouldn't charge no less than 200. If you gonna rip yourself off, 200. Not no 125 for no 26-footer. You know what the operational cost of a 26-footer is?
Yeah, you know, I know. I know, but
Right. So
it's just more so, you know,
125,
like I said,
no.
I mean, I think when I did the quote with Penske, the truck was going to be with the calculated miles of 100 miles because I mean, everything is within 10 miles for this job.
That's
So I
what you're
just,
paying for the truck. You still have to charge the customer and make a profit on it. The time that it takes for you to go rent the truck, like you have to pay yourself for that. This is business. It's not like what you doing this to help them out. You doing
nah,
them a
Mark, come
favor.
on, man. Don't,
All right,
come
so
on,
so
Mark. Don't
so
do me
so
like
so
that, Mark.
so anything you do, you have to be compensated for it. If you have to go
For
get
sure.
rent equipment, your time for you to go rent that equipment, you have to charge for that.
For sure. For
If
sure.
you're
And I
paying
will.
125 for the rental, you have to charge a fee on top of that. Yeah,
For sure. For
125
sure.
truck fee, no. That's what you would charge for
For
like a
sure.
van. That's like a van fee.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I ain't do the 26-foot yet. I'm only doing 1 or 2 bedrooms. So I've been getting away with the 16-footer. And like I said, when I did the quote with Ryder, I want to say the truck for the 26-foot truck with the 100 miles estimated was going to run me about I would say $100. So I was only getting like, you know, $25 profit or whatever. But you know, I'm really killing them on the labor, so I just was like, I'm winning there. So the business makes about $75 in profit after paying the guys.
You still have to make money on the truck. It's not about if you killing them on the labor. The truck, you have to make money on the truck as well. You have to make
Got
money
you.
on the truck as well. So
Got you.
yeah, I mean a commercial move. So, you know, like you gotta charge for everything, man.
I got you. I got you. All right, for sure, for sure. But nah, that's the only question I have for you, Mark. I mean, other than that, everything going good. I mean, I done did probably about 25 jobs in April. All off Thumbtack, good reviews and everything. So we growing,
You
slowly but
want
surely.
you want us to do a thumbtack review on you while we got you up here?
Hey man, go ahead, man. Y'all did my boy from the Q's bad just a couple minutes ago, man. But
What's the name of your company? It's in Atlanta, right?
Allen Express, Allen Express Movement.
We didn't do him bad. I helped him with his profile so he can book more jobs.
You did, you did.
Logan
Loganville,
GA.
yeah.
All right, well you got you a logo. What's your budget? You got your budget set to?
Unlimited. But I had to
Okay.
pause it, man. Thumbtack was killing me in April, man. I had to shut it down for like a week.
So that means you wasn't booking and you weren't responding fast enough then. What's the zip code?
Yeah, 30052. And then
Three
Thumbtack,
zero
man,
three
they
zero
send you
zero
about two or
five two.
three. Yeah, they send you about 2 or 3 leads in the middle of the night. So as soon as I get them, I send my automatic message. As
Nah.
soon as I
You
wake up
have
in the
to
morning.
no. On Thumbtack, you can set the times that you want to accept leads. You cut it off at a certain time. So you ain't
Okay.
fully went through the settings. You need to cut the leads off. Say you don't want to accept leads after 7 o'clock or something. Yeah,
Okay,
and
because I got the
they won't
hours
send
in
you
there.
leads. You got your business hours, but in the settings, you can also set the times that you want to accept leads.
Okay, I'll go do that. I'll go take a look at it tonight.
What's the name of the company? Allen Express.
Yeah.
Man, you buried down here, boy. Oh, it's right.
Hey.
You cut it off, right?
No, it's on. It's on. It's active right now.
You said 303 what?
30052. 352.
352. And you got it listed under local moving or
Yeah.
furniture moving and heavy lifting? Let's see.
I got it under local moves under 50 miles.
Hey, you ain't popping up, big dog.
That's crazy.
You sure you got your budget set to unlimited?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we just go the other way.
Like I was a top pro for all of April, and then like I said, I just shut it down. So shut it down for probably about say about a week. Then I turned it back on.
You said you running a moving and cleaning business? Mm, mm, mm. Your truck fee is too low. Too low. Uh, nice wall built, decent
Hey
wall.
man, that was off of that night.
After what night?
That night you was talking to the one guy in Iowa about building. Man, that next
Oh
day I
yeah,
had a job. I was like, let me get that together.
a few weeks ago. Yeah, yeah. You got to build a wall. Um,
That's a pod job right there.
all right, so let's check out some of these reviews. 4.9. So yeah, all 5 stars, one 4 star. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right.
So for the you said I'm charging low for the truck fee. So for the 16 footer, what you say? 125,
150.
150, 150. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
You
I'll do
you in
that. I
Atlanta?
mean, I
You in
just
Atlanta? You in Atlanta?
yeah, I am. And I took your advice too. I mean, I had got in with a realtor probably about 2, 3 weeks ago on a job, and she was like, yeah, I got a $4 million house that's in, got some stuff in storage that I need moved. I was like, I'm gonna have to pass on that. You know what I'm saying? We only do 1 or 2 bedrooms right now. I'm not ready for that lane yet. She was like, oh, you always be ready, but she gave me her number and everything. So once we start creeping up there, but this whole summer I just want to focus on 1 or 2 bedroom moves, perfect that, then throw another bedroom next year.
Smart, 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 smart.
Yeah, just
Okay.
getting a fish. I mean, so far, I mean, we've been averaging probably I say about a job a day roughly since last month. Um, but it's been a little slow. I'm starting to get bookings for the 1st of June this week. And then like I said with Thumbtack, they come in so crazy. They always got like a turnaround time of like I need it tomorrow, I need it or whatever. So I've been getting them done when I can.
When you can, well, why are you turning them away? If they got turnaround time, but the next day, and you saying you're not booking stuff, why you not
A lot
getting
of
them?
times, I'll be booked, so like I might get flooded. I've been averaging probably I say probably about 6 to 7 leads a day. So a lot of times I might book of those 6 leads, I might book 3, but the same person need the same time frame, on the same day. Then I ask them if they could go to the afternoon. If they can't, I can't get the job, so it's on to the next. And I only got one crew right now, and myself.
Let me ask you this, because you one of the guys that was in the pandemic bubble. What
Uh-huh.
made you switch from the trucking thing to moving?
Listening to you, when I first started, you first got on YouTube. You remember when we had the
Mm-hmm.
coaching call way back
Mm-hmm.
when? I
Mm-hmm.
took that
You was actually
contract
my
up in
first
New York.
coaching call when I did start at YouTube. You was my first one. Yep.
Got you. So, I did that final
Mm-hmm.
mile route and then I had the Peloton work. The Peloton work was easy. I mean, I was running 3 vans during the pandemic. Then Select lost the contract. So they lost the contract, really can't do nothing about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's
I
because
had that
Peloton sales
situation.
went down. Peloton sales went
Yeah,
down.
yeah. Yep, in
They stock
2021.
is
So
yeah, they stock is horrible now compared to what it
horrible,
was during the
horrible.
pandemic.
But the reason we was good with them because we was moving all those pluses that they had, those big ones, them ones from the recall. So like they ain't had no team to really do that. So we specialize in getting them done, and they were just so surprised at the work that they gave us like 3 vans to do everything. But the main reason why I switched, moving was direct to consumer. You know what I'm saying? I lost that contract. I learned, I don't want to rely on no 3PL to get my work. So switched over to moving. I mean, I done moved so much as a kid growing up that, I know what I'm doing, pretty handy. So I'm in Metro Atlanta. People move every day. So that's why I came over to the moving side.
Okay.
And so far, I mean, it's been less of a headache. I ain't got no 3PL calling me about, oh, this customer said XYZ and it wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? So, I control of everything. But now I'm dealing direct with the consumer, real customer service focus. And, I still got a full-time job. So it's not like, it's really a business. First go around, I robbed from the business. This go around, not doing that.
So you don't have your crew running when you at work, or nah? You just really doing
Yeah,
this
they
shit?
run it like they ran a job this morning. They ran a job this morning, return customer, from about 3 weeks ago. Slight little just 1 bedroom move. Took them about 4 hours. So they was moving from an hour away. So
What you charge them?
this customer, he got in an early rate, $100 truck fee. This one I was able to not have to rent a 16-footer. It was just my cargo van. $100 an hour for 2 guys. But as of last week, I upped my labor rate to 125 for 2 guys.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So, but nah, that's all I have for you, Mark. Man, I'll let somebody else get on. And you know, I'll keep you posted as I keep going.
All right, man. Good to hear from you.
All right, man.
All right, later. Yeah, he was running Peloton during the pandemic. Peloton was one of those pandemic darlings. That's what you call a pandemic darling. There was a lot of pandemic darling companies. Peloton was one of them, since a lot of people were working from home. You had everybody buying those $1,500 Pelotons. Their sales went through the roof during the pandemic, and then once the pandemic was over and everybody had to slowly start filing back to work, their sales slumped to the point where they're probably I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they probably is out of cash now. Their stock now is nowhere near what it was during the pandemic. They were selling Pelotons like 40 going north. So that's just another pandemic darling that you don't even hear a lot about anymore. But yeah, so all right. TG, what's going on? Shout out to Back at It. All right, we got, what time is it? 7:17. So we got about an hour and a half. I'll take a few more callers. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Everybody that said they was gonna call in today, I ain't heard from them. This is crazy. Let's see. Link's pinned to the top of the chat. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Costa said, Mark, you mentioned the other day, mentioned that any other color than white is bad for a truck. Why is that? Same reason I told Natasha a while back. Most companies that you run with require a white truck, especially if you're running final mile. They want a white truck. I've said that before. Natasha, she went out, she bought a yellow truck, and she kept getting turned away. Most companies want a white truck, so white unbranded truck. It was like the guy yesterday that said, Mark, I keep hearing that they don't want, what does this mean? Whatever, I forget what the verbiage he used, but yeah, most companies, especially 3PL, want a white unbranded unbranded white truck. All right, who's next? We could take a few more. We could take a few more. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. And it is also in the chat. I did post it in the chat there. Make sure you click it if you want to call up. Free coaching. You want me to look at your thumbtack profile like I did these two gentlemen and tell them what's wrong, what's right, to correct it so you can maximize your visibility a little bit more, get better leads, make sure you're not turning customers away based on the information that you have or don't have, the pictures that you have or shouldn't have in your profile. Now is the time. Now is the time. Fonzo the Trucker, what's going on? Fonzo the Trucker said, dang, he's late. Late is better than never. Link pinned to the top of the chat. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. All right, who we got here? Caller. Caller. I can't see you, caller. We got to see you, caller. Oh, there you go. All right, we're going to pull you up. Make sure your camera is on. How you doing?
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
How you doing? All right.
Cool.
All right, Levon Clayton here. 2 years in trucking. Started with CR England. went through their school. Got my CDL. I'm now with Cardinal Logistics. I do the home delivery, construction site delivery with the Moffitt forklift on the back.
For Home Depot?
That's Home Depot, yeah. Yep, with Home Depot. Yep. Work for Cardinal Logistics. And I'm looking to get into the box truck business. I've been watching a lot of stuff online and just talking to people out on the routes and stuff. And I've gotten an LLC, I've gotten my EIN. That's about as far as I've gotten. I'm not in a hurry because my money is kind of low. I don't have the funds to jump right in it. So I'm trying to just, stack my chips before I, go full force with it. So as of right now, I'm just trying to get all the lingo down, find the next steps that I need to go into,
We lost you, caller. We lost you. There you go.
Yeah, I was in the military also, and I was transportation in the military, so I've been logistics basically all my life. I worked for Iron Mountain, so I've always been driving. I've always been logistical, so I'm in the mindset, but I've never been in the mindset of working for myself. So that's where I'm at right now. Like I said, I got the LLC, I got my EIN, and I'm just right there at that point right there. So
So how can I help you? What you want to know?
I'm looking to get into the 26 foot box truck business, and basically, what's my next steps? What should I wait for until I'm ready to get the truck? I mean, like I don't really know anybody in trucking, so I don't have anybody else brain to pick. So basically, I've been watching you and a couple other YouTubers. So
Who
like I
you
said,
been
I'm at
watching?
that.
Who you been watching?
A couple other guys. Just random guys. There's nobody in specific that I'm really paying attention to. But I noticed that you
Okay.
come on frequently and you try to get with everybody and answer their questions and put good information out there. And you from over east. I could tell you from over east.
Yeah. Oh, you from Chicago?
Yes, sir.
How you know I'm from over east?
That things that you be explaining, hanging out on
Okay.
79th and
Oh,
out on
okay.
South Chicago and all that.
Okay.
You know.
All right. You from over east
Yeah.
too?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right then. All right. So then I gotta help you out then. I gotta help you out. All right. So first thing, you work for Cardinal. So you doing the Home Depot stuff. You got a CDL. Why you want to
Yes,
leave that?
because basically, well, through the winter season, with working with them, things get slow, and we're basically getting a $1,500 minimum, and they're getting basically. I don't know if you heard of Maverick. Maverick is now doing the same thing that we do, and their numbers are growing within the Home Depot where I'm situated in Bedford Park, and Cardinals numbers are dwindling. So, and I'm, I've been, and looking at the box truck industry for a while, and then, it's like, okay, well, I can make 1,500 in 2 days, or one day if I, really have my ducks in a row. And I'm stuck to a $1,500 minimum working 6 days a week, you know. So it's like I'm 44 years old also. You're 10 years ahead of me because I believe you said you started 10 years ago,
Started in
something like that.
2010, 14 years ago.
Okay, 14 years ago. But yeah, I'm 44 years old
What what
also.
what,
And
what
I'm
high
just
school you
trying
went
to
to? Not to
CBS
cut you. So we came out the same year. I came out in '98.
98. Yep. I went straight to the military.
What was
Yeah.
your? Because I was in carpentry, Mr. Schubert.
Okay, I was auto body, Miss Amers.
You was Mr. Amers. So you know Lil
Yes.
Dave. Nah, you was in auto body or auto
I'm sorry, auto
mechanics.
body. I'm sorry, yeah, auto body. Not Mr. Amers. What the hell was his name?
You was with the white guy,
Rodell, Mr. Rodell,
Mr.
Rodell, Rodell,
Rodell.
Rodell,
Yeah.
Rodell.
So you was
Amers
on
and
the
Rodell was best.
yeah, you was on the Anthony wing with me.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Uh,
Yeah.
so then you know Sago.
I don't know too many of them people.
You
You remember Flick, that little clique that we all
you
formed?
can't
It was called
you
Flick.
yeah, I remember Flick. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you came out in '98. You was in auto body, and you know Tyrone Pettis.
yeah, I know Tyrone Pettis. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he lived on my. He still his mama and them still live on my block. My mama, I don't
Okay.
live over there no more. But so you know Tyrone Pettis.
Yeah, I know Pettis. Yeah.
Um, who
I
else?
forget their names. I wasn't really kicking with everybody like that. As soon as I got out of school, I went to work. I worked down in Hyde Park. So it was like I always had a working mind frame. As soon as I turned 16 and able to work, I had the job before I was 16. Had to wait till I was 16 to actually get the job. So I've been working ever since. So I've been moving, and as soon as I was able to go to the military, I was out of here.
Okay. Hmm.
But yeah, like I said, I'm beholden to this $1,500 minimum for a 6 day work week, and I'm all running all over Chicago, Wisconsin, Indiana, Michigan. Getting paid this $32 a stop. Some days we coming out of the winter, like I say, we probably have two, three, four stops a day, plus our mileage at 54 cents a mile. It's just I'm getting shafted, nigga. I'm like I say, 44 years old. I see what's out there. I've been in the industry for a while, and I'm ready to take that leap and work for myself.
All right. So you want the honest to God truth, bro? You know I'm from the
Yeah,
crib. We went to the same high school, walked across the same stage on the same day.
yeah,
Who's you want the truth?
yes, sir.
You got CDL Class A.
Yep,
You live in Chicago,
yep.
and you want to get out of CDL Class A. Listen, follow me now. You in
Yeah,
Chicago. How long you had this CDL Class A?
2 years. 2 years.
I figured it was recent. You just don't know what lanes to run.
Mm,
I wouldn't. I wouldn't advise you to get a box truck.
okay, I'm listening.
You just running the wrong lanes.
Gotcha.
You need to run intermodal.
Okay,
JB Hunt branch down there on 47th, right off of Archer. You need to go over there and apply and run intermodal. That 1,500 can turn into 2,500. Top driver there, my homies is there. 170 last year.
Okay.
Now that's local, intermodal. Do your 2 loads a day, which is basically your live loads, and then the rest of the day you can just do your cross towns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, after you do your 2 loads that you got to commit to, you could go home. But if you want to make that money and run the rest of your clock, then you just do your cross towns the rest of the day. Let's pay like
Gotcha.
$100 a box.
I got you.
So, I mean, you can go from 1,500 a week to 2,500 to 3,000 a week, still staying local. You just running the wrong lane.
Yeah, well, that's one option.
I'm just telling you. I mean, if you want to do the box truck thing, you can do it. I wouldn't recommend it.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
Now, I'm a box truck content creator, and I'm telling you from your city. So I got connections all over the city.
Gotcha.
I'm telling you I mean, but if you want to know the box truck thing, we could talk about it. I mean, you want to go over the road? What you want to do? You want to run a box truck over the road?
I mean, over the road doesn't phase me at all. You know, like I said, I was only home on the weekend with CR England, so I know the over the road life. I ain't beholden to no one. My son's 23. He got his own thing going. I got no girl at home. All I got is that dog downstairs to feed.
So let me so you run over the road. You making $1,500 a week now, gross, right? With
Well, that's on a slow week. Now, if we make over $1,500 with those stops and mileage added up, that's when it starts to add up.
So
It's
what's a
starting to
good
pick
week?
up because we're coming out of the winter.
So what's a good week?
A good week, maybe 20, 200, 2,000.
All right. So here's the thing: you run a box truck, you gross 4,000 to 5,000 a week. What you think you're gonna see from that after it's all said and done?
Well, I was okay. Well, tell me if I'm wrong here, okay? Because you got your insurance, you got your gas, you got your operating costs, and I was thinking maybe like week 1, week 2, I'm working for my business. Maybe out of week 3 also, but at least 1 week a month, I'm working for me to put in my savings and to have my savings add up, build up. I mean,
If you want to look at it like that way, that's fine. But what you think that's going? $5,000 you say for the month?
$5,000 in my pocket for the month.
That's basically what you're saying. You said
Right.
1 week for
Right.
you. If I'm telling you
Right,
work
but
really hard, you could gross 5,000 a week. You basically saying 5,000 a month then.
So if I'm hit it really hard, which I can hit the ground running once I get in, I know that for a fact. If I'm hitting 5 to 7, 5, 6 a week, I mean, I believe I'm coming out on top because 1,500 a week right now,
That's
6 days a
6,000 a
week,
month. That's 6,000 a month.
right? Yeah, and if it's 5,000 a week, that's 20,
And that's on the slow side. We
right?
said on the
Right.
average you making 2,000.
Right. And if I could gross 5 a week or somewhere near 5 a week with a box truck, that's 20 a month. I believe I'm coming out on top.
Mm-mm. You ain't grossing 5 a week. The business is grossing 5 a week, and that's if you gross 5.
True.
So you
Right, but it's my
figure
business though. But it's my that's the mindset I'm in. It's my business. I'm not working for
okay,
Cardinal or Home
it's your
Depot
it's your business, but you're missing the point. You want to leave a job to start a business. Why do you want to start this business?
to work for myself.
That's
Honestly,
the main reason. All right, well that's the first reason. What's the second reason?
to have control of my own.
That's the same thing working for yourself. So what's the second
Right?
reason?
Basically, to switch lanes from where I'm at. Switch lanes from where I'm at.
So what's the third
After,
thing? when does the
have
money come
control
into? When
to
does the
have
money
some.
come into the aspect? That's all fine and dandy. I want to know when the money coming into play.
That's what the first. That
You
was the
from
first
you from
reason.
the crib, man. You
That's
from
the
the east
first
side, bro.
reason. Right. That's the first reason right there.
All right then. All right.
That's the first reason.
So you don't want to switch lanes you want to switch lanes to make more money, right? You don't want to switch lanes to
That's
parallel.
correct.
All right,
Right.
so
I wanna
so
switch
here's
lanes
the
to make
thing.
more money.
Here's the thing. If you grossing 1,500 a week slow with Cardinal right now, and average 2,000, that's 8,000 gross. The only thing you responsible for that's coming out of your check is taxes. Depending on how you tax. I don't know if you got kids, child support, you file an exempt. I don't know. But let's say you had a 25% tax bracket. You start a box truck business. The average box trucker average right now is making somewhere, and I'm going to bring a little higher sliding scale, let's say between 3,000 to 5,000. The most are making around that $2,500 to $3,500 gross mark per week. But we'll put you on top tier. We're going to put you on top tier. We're going to say 5,000, which is going to be really, really hard to do. It's going to be really, really hard. All right. But we're going to put you up there. So that's 20,000 a month. So let's put you on a week basis. That 5,000. How much you think out of that $5,000 that week, how much you think you would be able to pay yourself?
At least a quarter of it. At least a quarter of it. But maybe I'm not thinking about it in the right way, because I was thinking, like I say, week 1, week 2, I'm paying my business. I'm paying my, expenses.
You got fixed
Week 3
costs, you
and
got
week
variable
4 of the
costs.
month. Yeah.
You got fixed costs and variable costs. You remember you running over the road, but see, you've been a company driver. So you got to come out of company driver mind frame and get in the mind of a business owner operator. So now you got to look at your cost per mile.
Right.
Here's the thing. I can't, like, because I feel like I'm wasting time. You in Chicago, bro.
Yeah.
We shouldn't even be having this conversation. You want to basically switch from a CDL to running a non-CDL or even a CDL box truck to make less money. You're going to leave this city to run all over you ain't even got to run all over the country. You could run a straight line from here to Texas and back a few times a week and make decent money. Yeah. But ultimately, there's lanes here locally where you can sleep in your own bed and make more money, bro.
I got you. Okay.
And have less. Everybody say they want to work for themselves and control their own destiny, and that's just really just BS, because everybody really just want to make more money. The bottom line is you want to make more money. If I was to say, here, I got a job for you right now, paying you $250,000 a year, driving a truck, would you come work for me?
Yeah.
If I say I can put you on, making $250 a year salary, would you come work for me? And I say, man, meet me at the Starbucks tomorrow. 87th and the Dan Ryan. You'll come work for me, right?
Well, I got questions coming with me, but yes.
But that would be enough for you to come have that meeting with me.
Yes.
So what happened to you want to control your own destiny?
True.
See how I got you right there?
Yeah.
It's all about the money.
True.
So if I'm telling you there's opportunities where you can make more money, you are in the freight capital.
Mm-hmm.
You are in the land of opportunity when it comes to trucking. There are people that are out there that wish they didn't have to relocate to this part of the country. They wish they had this type of freight where they was from without having to locate and come over here. Gotcha. And you're here. So is it about controlling the destiny, or is it about making money? Because if it's about making money, then we can go in another direction. If it's about controlling destiny, then yeah, we can. I just want to make sure now.
It's about controlling my destiny, basically.
All
About
right. Well
controlling my
then,
destiny.
hey, you want to make less money?
Because
Then
I, like I said, I know there's money out there to be made. You know, like I might be speaking about it the wrong way. That's why I said I've been trying to get the lingo down and just get as much knowledge as possible about the different avenues that I could actually dip my foot in. So, and box trucks is one of them,
mhm.
and basically, yeah, and another one. I don't want to work for nobody. I'm tired of
I,
requesting days off and getting denied, and I can't do this when I want to, but I gotta, you know, be held into this 14-hour clock and all this. It's like, if I
well,
want to run hard for 4 days and take the next two off, I want to be in control of that. You know what I mean?
what type of truck you trying to get?
26 foot.
What year? Make and model?
Well,
How much you looking to spend?
that's why I said I'm starting off slow and looking for the next step. I've only done the first two steps. Only done the first two steps,
Mhm.
and with me not having funds available, it would be a slow process for me to get started. I'm not in dire need to start it up. It's just I would like to go that route.
Mhm.
I still have a job right now. It's a good job right now. I'm not hurting. I'm just looking to go that way in the near future. And
Yeah, I mean,
I get where you coming from. Like I hold a Class A CDL. I am in the transportation capital of the world, logistical capital of the world, in the United States right now. And it's should I go that? Well, I'm just trying to pick everybody's brain that I can. You know,
I mean, bro, listen,
like
listen. Anybody watch the channel, ain't know I when you tell you from the crib, I always overextend myself. Not only you from the crib, you from over east. We
mhm,
graduated high school together.
mhm,
We cross paths probably every day in the hallways.
mhm,
So ultimately, I want to see you make the best decision. So
mhm.
if I know where the opportunities are at for you to make the best decisions, I'm gonna give you the information. It's not costing me anything. Out of anybody that comes up here, I'm gonna put you more, and I'm gonna give you more favoritism.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? No, because of all of that. You see what I'm saying? So, uh,
So basically, your advice
if
to me
if
is to
if
stick.
if if huh?
Your advice to me basically would be to
I
stick to
think
the stick to the
I
lane that I'm in, but find another avenue within this lane.
I I I I think for you coming from a CDLA into a box truck, I think you're taking a step backwards.
Okay.
It's my opinion. I mean, you don't have to accept it. You don't have to take it. I just think I think you're at the top of the food chain. Paul Smith said favoritism. Yeah, it's favoritism everywhere. On a job, it's favoritism. Your broker shows favoritism. that's just, that's called relationship. So I have a special place in my heart for my Chicagoans. And we went to high school together. So yeah, favoritism. So I'm giving you the straight up. I think you taking a step backwards.
Gotcha.
You coming from a class A, top of the food chain to a box truck, and I'm not speaking like a box truck is down because I made my money in with box trucks, right? But I also didn't have a class CDL rather. You have a class CDL, and I know opportunities. And I hear everything you're saying, and I don't want to really go into too much details, but I've spoken numerous of times about my homies that's in trucking here in Chicago and the money and the opportunities they make. The opportunities are here, and I don't know what it is at Cardinal, but these guys take time off when they want to take time off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's all about, you know, the opportunity, the lane, who's your dispatcher, with these companies, who you are, how you perform, how you maneuver. You still new with the CDL. I knew you was new with the CDL just by the way you was talking. I just wanted to ask you to see what you was gonna say. So as you become more tenured, you build more relationships, meeting people like me, talking to other truckers that are in this market that know where the money is at to be able to point you in the right direction. The same reason you up here right now. So, you know, it just sounds like you frustrated. Like you said earlier, you don't really have nobody to talk to about business. So it's not
Right.
necessarily, you may just need to have somebody just to have business conversations with, to run ideas past and say, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think about this, from a person who's more tenured in business than you are, right?
Gotcha.
And it's just basically
Yep.
sounding like you frustrated right now.
I
You
mean,
know,
yeah. Well, plus, like I said, coming out of the winter time with Cardinal, things slow down, and a $1,500 gross check, and then you get after
but that,
taxes, it's
but
like
see,
that's been
but
for
I
like
I I I
5 months
I
now.
I get it, and see that's why it goes back to talking about lanes. You running Home Depot with Cardinal. It's just like me telling the box truck guys here that, yo, your money with Cardinal starts. I mean, with Home Depot running AIT, T4 starts in March, and then by the end of September, it's going to slow down. And they're going to be looking to cut. It's the same thing there. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. A lot of that contract shit, you doing the flatbed with the Moffat, and you delivering skids of drywall and all that shit, and moffing it up and putting it through the window if you have to. You know what I'm saying? So I already know when my OG full gut rehabs her house, the order came from, and I seen it firsthand how y'all did it. But uh uh that contract, Home Depot, a lot of that work that you're doing is pretty much seasonal. We go back to you being in Chicago. Not only are we the freight capital, pretty much outbound, we are guaranteed no competition number one for intermodal.
Hmm.
We are guaranteed hands down. There's no, back and forth between us and Texas, back and forth between us and California for outbound. We are number one hands down for intermodal. It's viaducts everywhere. It's rail yards everywhere. We are number one for intermodal. What do you think is being moved in those intermodal cars? A plethora
Everything.
of different shit. All right. Doesn't slow down. You're looking at you when you coming from a the way I'm looking at it, and I'm explaining to you, I'm explaining it to you from a seasoned business owner that
Gotcha.
understands the market. You have the barrier to entry, which is the CDL. You're just in the wrong lane in a top market.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
if you wanna do the box short thing, then that's fine. But here's the thing: that 5,000, let's say you make a week, 30% of it is going to fuel. You got your fixed costs, which is going to be your truck note and your insurance. You got other variable costs, right? Like outside of your fuel, your hotels, if you sleep in a hotel a few nights a week or one night a week, your showers, your food, your electronic log, your cell phone, tolls, your factoring fees, if you got a dispatcher or not, and what other ever variable costs you have. Then you have to cash flow the business, and then you pay yourself. So whatever's left over isn't yours. You still gotta cash flow the business and pay yourself,
Right. Right.
because then
I got you.
you gotta maintain the vehicle maintenance.
Hmm. That's why I said maybe I was breaking it down wrong because I was thinking about it on a weekly, a monthly scale, and like I said, week 1 and week 2 running hard, paying the company. Week 3 and week 4, I can kind of, you know, pay me and pay my savings. You know, I know that's probably not the right way to think about it, but
the way I'm breaking it down to you is I'm trying to do a compare and contrast of
mhm,
what ultimately is going to be more financially sound for you in today's climate.
true. Maybe I was just thinking about it wrong. I know I can
Because
make
I'm
more
like,
than 15. I know I can make more than 1,500 a week out if with a box truck. I can make more than 1,500 a week. But on top of that, all those other expenses do now come into play. So I do
how
understand that part.
much are you looking to make a week?
Well, I just downloaded that one, and I just been looking at the different loads going into the Midwest region, and I was factoring in maybe between 3 and 4 thousand
That's gross and net.
net.
You're not gonna make that in a box truck.
Okay. No matter which lane I'm in with that box truck.
What you mean? No matter which lane you in,
Like
what lane
they
was you
got a
looking to go in?
moving. Well, I mean, there's a double, couple different lanes. You got, you could do the moving business. You could do the appliance
You,
delivery. You could do relay, Amazon relay after
okay. All
my
right.
DOT
All right.
is seasoned.
So you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna net that in final mile because now
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have to get a second, two more people to help you.
Mm-hmm.
At least another person. So you're adding another payroll, and even if you could do it by yourself, you're not gonna net that type of money.
Gotcha.
You're gonna gross probably that type of money. I mean, if that's the average gross, that means you're not gonna net it, right?
Right.
Those numbers that you're talking about are gross numbers, not net.
Right.
So
Right.
to net 3,000 to 4,000 a week, you got to be grossing more like 8, 9, 10,000, and you're not gonna make that type of money. That's just a fact. Moving, you can make way more than that. You could do 15, 20,000 in a week, but now you got to hire more people.
Mm-hmm.
And other parameters you got to go through, and the way you talking, you looking to do something for yourself with just you.
Right.
So that means final mile and moving is out the equation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you go curbside, you could gross about 5 a week. I know a guy here that's running R&L. He makes about $1,000 a day, but they ain't had no openings in God knows when, because the people that get in there, they don't leave. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because it's sweet. You see what I'm saying?
No, I got you.
So that leaves you with OTR, and that's gonna put you somewhere in the $3,000 to $5,000 gross in the current
Right.
market, right?
And then, like I said, I don't mind the OTR at all.
But here's what you missing. You missing all the costs that are associated with running this business.
Gotcha.
So when I compare and contrast, it'd be different if you was telling me you was in Montana or Idaho or South Carolina or New Mexico or Nebraska or something. We wouldn't be having this same conversation. I would be telling you everything that you need to do so that you can make the most money. You in Chicago, bro.
Right.
And you got a
But
CDL.
right.
And you talking about coming from a CDL to a box truck. When I got homies that are doing $150,000, $170,000 here locally.
Gotcha. Well, I'm
You
gonna throw
you
this
in
in there. I'm gonna
you
throw this
you in the
one
wrong.
little.
Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
throw this
Go
one
ahead.
little factor in there. I'm a felon,
What they got to
and
do
I
with
don't know.
anything?
Well, I tried to go for JB Hunt. Your felon needs to be over 7 years old to get hired on by them. and that was the only one that I looked at. So I know being a felon does play a part into some of these companies hiring you.
How old is your
Basically,
felony?
2 years old.
So that's why you want to start a box truck business.
Not really, because I know my options are limited with getting with a good company that pays good money and staying local. You know what I mean? Without going over the road.
So do you want to stay local or you want to go over the road?
I will go over the road. I know I can go. I mean, like I said, I did
So
regional
so
for CR England.
so
I've
would
done
you be
it.
willing to go over the road to take home the same money that you taking home now?
No.
All right, then we can end this conversation now. Because after you pay all your costs, and what you making now is pretty much what you're gonna be left with. If you
Gotcha.
come in, with low expenses and you run really hard and you really, really tight, after you pay your fixed and your variable costs, you cash flow the business, meaning after you pay your fixed and variable costs, whatever's left, let's say $2,500 or $2,000 is left, that don't mean that that's your money. That's not your money. The business has to get paid. You got to get paid. So out of
Right.
that $2,500, what are you going to pay yourself and how much you going to cash for the business? The business is supposed to be making more money than you.
Right.
Because guess what? If something happens, it's going to cost money to get whatever happens fixed. So if you got $2,500 after you pay everything, what do you pay yourself?
Gotcha. I got
No,
you.
I'm asking you just for.
Out of 2,500, probably half of that.
So you pay yourself $1,250 and you float the company $1,250.
Gotcha. Yep.
No, I'm asking you.
No. Yes.
So that's, you feel comfortable with cash flow in the business $1,250 a week.
Well,
Think that's
look at it this
think
way. I was okay. I know now. These are the questions that I needed to ask. I wasn't looking to buy right off the back. I was looking to rent or
Oh,
lease.
then hey, stay where you at.
Gotcha. I know that's
Because
another cost in
because
itself right there.
now you pretty much still making what you making there or maybe less.
No, I got you
Because
because
now you paying for miles.
no. Gotcha. And you paying that truck weekly instead of monthly if I was buying it, I got you. I got you. That's why I said I just needed somebody's brain to pick to, you know, find out where I need to go or if I need to even go that way. You know what I mean?
I think
Because it all sounds good when you sit here watching it on YouTube and, you talking to truckers at truck stops and they telling you what they did and how they got it. It sounds all good. But that's what I
well
said. I need somebody to pick somebody's brain.
well yeah. So I mean, that's why I asked you who you listen to, so I know how I was gonna go into this conversation. You know what I'm saying? And you know, there's a hierarchy in trucking,
Mm-hmm.
right? You pretty much at the top of the hierarchy as far as having a Class A CDL. You're not an owner operator, but you work for a company. So I think coming with that CDL Class A down to a box truck, I think you taking a step back. And this is, I'm being honest with you. Trust me,
No.
I'm showing you Chi-Town favoritism. Normally I would be, I would have put my character on. I would have been in character by now, right? But, I think there's plenty of opportunity for you here in this market with the credentials you have. I didn't know that you had a X until you just said it. That's just why I was kind of battling back and forth with you this whole time. Like, just listen to what I'm telling you. I know the market. I know the lay of the land. I know the opportunities here. Even though I'm not in that market, I have the relationships with people that do, and I'm just waiting for you to tell me, man, can we talk off a line? I DM you, or you DM me, and then I'll put you in tune with the right people. And you wasn't coming with me. I'm like, man, what is he not getting?
Yeah.
Then you tell me this. You see what I'm saying? So with the felony, and you saying you applied for some of the bigger companies and the felony is too fresh, then that's just the harsh reality that you got to deal with. It's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? But that's just the harsh reality. Now, the frustration can cause you to making a decision that you wish you didn't make. And ultimately, if you jump into a box truck, with the way you're going to be making the same money that you're making or less, more than likely less. You're going to be taking home less money because it's your business. You're responsible for everything. It's not like you running that truck 5-6 days a week. Yeah, you frustrated. They paying you $1,500 to $2,000, but if you show your butt up to work, that money gonna be there. It's a big company. You ain't gotta worry about it. You ain't gotta worry about if the truck break down. They gonna put you in another truck. If the Moffett break down, they got another Moffett.
Gotcha. Yep.
The whatever happens at the end of the day, when you done, you go home. You don't take any of those problems home with you. At 15 to 2,000, you do come to work, you do your job, you gonna get paid. You got a business, all those problems become yours.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for the advice. I do thank you for the advice because it makes sense. You're right. You're right.
And I'm not telling you this. Trust me. I'm a box truck. My content is box trucks, right? But if it don't, the thing about me, if it don't make sense, then I'm not gonna tell you to do that because I ain't got shit to sell you to make you want to stay here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have anything for you but the truth. Like, I'm not trying to sell you on. All right, I don't have a mentorship or nothing. So basically, what I'm telling you, like everything I'm telling you is straight up and down. And you from the crib. And we went to high school together. We graduated the same year. Crossed paths in the hallway probably every fucking day. And didn't even know each other. We were right down. If you was in auto body, you was like room 175 or some shit, right? 180. What was Mr. Rodell? 170, 175?
I remember that. I know
right.
It was it.
All right. So I was in carpentry, Mr. Schuper. So
Right.
as soon as you hit the Anthony Wing, I was right there. I had Miss Donald for English.
Yep.
I had
Mr.
all
Pickett.
my
I had Mr. Pickett. For
Mr.
English.
Pickett. Yeah.
Yep.
So Mr. Pickett, Miss Donald. So we was on that same wing of the school. Stevie, that's a big ass school. Like four to 6 blocks in circumference.
In the
huge. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, shit, our freshman class was 822 students. Our freshman class, that school now, they all 4 years ain't even got 800 kids combined.
Yeah.
So, just off the strength of that, I'm giving you that type of advice, being from the crib. You dig what I'm saying? So
well, I do thank you for the advice, man. I mean, it makes perfectly good sense. Like you said, all the problems becomes mine. All this extra money that I think I'm going to be making is going back into the truck and into the business. And what my take home is basically going to be what I'm taking home now or less, So I get what you're saying. It does make perfectly good sense. And like you said, I'm in the hub of the United States for all this anyway. And my felony hanging over my head, like you said, it is just an unfortunate thing that I got to suck up. And I was going for those top companies. There are avenues out here that I can get into. There are companies that I can.
I know some companies that will hire you here. I got some other people that's working for some. It's a company here. I'm not gonna say the name. They got about 100 trucks. It's
Mm-hmm.
It's an Arab owned company. One of
Gotcha.
my best friend who worked for JB Hunt, he got some of his homies from Inglewood. They work over there. It's a
Okay.
regional company, right? They pay pretty good. I'm not gonna go into details, but it's out in South Holland,
Okay.
and you know they pay really well as well. Those guys are making. If I tell you, you probably wouldn't believe me. Some of those guys are making like $4,000 a week.
Gotcha.
And they running regional. They running like from here to Minnesota, here to Wisconsin and back. I mean, it's
Gotcha.
local. So
Gotcha.
there's opportunity here.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to know the right people, the right companies, the right lanes. So just because you got that felony, yeah, JB Hunt and Schneider might not mess with you. But Habibi and
Gotcha.
this company, they family with another one of the liquor stores. They got multiple liquor stores here. They in the liquor store and they're trucking. So I'm giving you clues, but
Gotcha.
they'll hire you. See, it's all
Okay.
about who you know.
Yes.
You
Yes.
kind of knew with your CDL,
Mm-hmm.
but 1,500, you should be making way more than that. You in Chicago, bro. And with that Moffitt shit, you getting off the truck, you hopping on the Moffitt, you unloading, and yeah, Cardinal, they're a good friend to the channel
Mm-hmm.
as far as Final Mile. But because I know
Which is now, which they're now Ryder. They got bought out by Ryder, so they're now
Cardinal,
Ryder.
right. So I know some of the executives over at Cardinal. But I'm gonna be honest with you, and even if they're watching, because they watch the channel, the execs, John and some of the other guys over there, that what you're working for here in this market is not. It's plenty of other opportunities that you can make double that a week.
Gotcha. That's what I said. I just need to pick somebody head. I know with the X, it does limit me, but it's all like you said. It's all about who you know. It's all about
It
who
does
you know.
limit you. It's about who you know, though. So
Yep.
you just found the channel, though. You must have just found it.
About a week ago.
Yeah, just keep watching, bro. I mean, you from the crib, so I mean, it would be in your benefit to keep watching because I can, I can help a lot of people across the country, but obviously I'm gonna know more about my market than other markets, right?
Right.
More than just general information that I've experienced over the years that I get other people. I can really give you more detailed advice and connections and relationships and point you in the right direction. And if I see you around the channel often, then it'll get into me making some phone calls and
All right. I do thank you for the advice, though. I do thank you for the insight.
all right.
All right. I'll
All right,
think on
man. Be
that. I'll
safe.
take it for what it's worth. Yep. I'll take it for what it's worth. It does make a lot of sense. So, like I said, I do want to work for myself, but maybe that wasn't the avenue that I needed to take. You know.
I mean, you can always work for yourself, but it just sounds like you kind of frustrated right now. We didn't really deep dive into everything, but if you're gonna work for yourself, it has to make sense. Just working for yourself, just to be working for yourself because everybody say they want to work for themselves because they want to control their own destiny. To me, that's bullshit. People want to work for themselves because there's an opportunity there to make more money. If you are coming into business and you're not making more money than what you was making on your job, then don't go into business. Wait until you find something that's worthwhile. I'm not going to start a business, take the risk to make less money. If I'm going to take and consume all the risk, I need to be compensated for it. If I'm going to make less money, then I'm just going to stay at my job and just do what I'm supposed to do, whatever is in the scope of my job. then that's what I want to focus on. And then all the other bullshit, I'm just going to leave it there because I'm just focused on the scope of what they hired me to do.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? So if you're not
I see what
leaving
you're
your
saying.
job to go make more money, then don't leave your job until you find a business or something. You got a plan where you guaranteed to make more money.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
The bigger
You're
the
right.
risk, the bigger the reward. You don't take more risk to not be compensated for them. All right?
All right. I read. Thank you very much.
All right, man.
All right. Thank you.
Be safe. Yo. You gotta unmute.
Can you hear me, brother?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm blessed. How you doing? You got an echo. You got me on the Bluetooth or something?
Sound better?
Nah, you got a Bluetooth on or?
You on the speaker.
Why does it sound like that? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better. What's going on?
Hold on now. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
I still can't hear you. But I had a question about insurance, man. Like
Can you hear me?
No, I really can't. It's like you playing through my earpiece instead of the speaker.
Put it back on speaker real quick. Let me see if the echo went away.
There you go. I hear you now.
Test. All right,
Hear
cool.
you.
Can you hear me now? All right, cool.
Yep.
What's going on?
Okay, I had a few issues with my insurance here recently. You know what I'm saying? Like back in 2023, it was a snowstorm. We had a large run in that snowstorm. Progressive, man, they jumped up like ridiculous on us, so we had to switch up, and we switched to Bybert, and then they are trying to drop us, cancel our policy for that large run. When we reported that and everything, when we first signed up, we were straightforward with everything, and now they're
Wait,
trying to
what?
drop us for that.
Wait. What was the issue? What was you said a large what?
A large run report.
A large farm report. I'm having a hard time.
Loss run report.
Oh, a lost run report. Okay, cool. All right. So you switched from Progressive. They went up, right? You did the lost run report. Progressive went up. You switched to Buyberg. And what happened?
They dropped us for that large run on Progressive.
What was the value?
Altogether it was like 60,000. Because it was at the time that the trucks was inflated and everything, so they caught us at a good time for them.
So Buyberg dropped you, or they trying to drop you?
Yeah, they trying to cancel our policy at the end of this month. Well, ain't no trying about it. They canceling it. That we done did everything they asked, and that's the excuse they gave us. Like they just overnight just like picked our account, you know what I'm saying, and sent the notification to FMCSA. Now we on some type of watch or something, like investigation or something and everything. Like
what's the reasoning why? Did they tell you?
Their exact words were unfavorable loss run report.
So when did this lost run thing happen? Did it happen with Progressive or did it happen with Buyberg?
It happened with Progressive in 2022.
And Progressive paid it, right?
Yep.
And it was
I was on Progressive.
It was a $60,000 loss, right?
Right. And I was on Progressive the whole 23. This happened in 22.
Right. So, but it happened in between your policy. When you filed a claim,
Nah,
The
I
claim.
was with Progressive. I was with Progressive since I started. I started in 2020. We started, been running, up in with Progressive up until 20, till this year. We just left them this year, a couple months ago,
Right.
because they jumped up. We was paying like 3,000 for 2 trucks, and then they want to jump up to 7,500 on a renewal. So that's when
A
we
month
switched to Bobber, yeah,
for 2 trucks.
for 2 trucks.
What y'all renting trucks?
Nah, we own our trucks.
What are they? Year, make, and model.
The box truck is a 14 M2, and then the semi is a 16 Cascadia.
And so
Own straight out. I own them both. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason that, you know what I'm saying, we should be that high other than that lost run. I got good credit, good driving history, everything.
well, that lost run it cost them 60 grand.
Yeah, they ain't like that. They ain't like that. But they was charging us.
So, but so here, this is why I work. And I've had this. I told this story before about when one of my drivers ran into a dock that was low and tore the whole awning down. It was
Yeah,
55 grand, and we
yeah,
got. They didn't drop it. They just didn't renew the policy Grange, and I was forced to go to Progressive because they situation you in now. That's what happened to me. The only person we could go that fast was Progressive because you got to shop everywhere else.
right.
So, when you have that type of loss, two things are going to happen. Your rate is going to go with three things. Your rate is going to go up, or
Expected
they
that,
not,
yeah.
or they not going to renew your policy. That's it. They drop you, right?
Right.
So that's what's happening. Now, the Byberg situation, you telling me since y'all been with Byberg, y'all ain't had no incidentals, none.
Nothing. We only been with them for like 2 months. We only paid them like our policy started in
Oh,
February.
so you ain't even been with them a whole year. They
No.
canceling you after 3 months.
Yeah. I have to go back and I'm
And
back,
and and
you know what I'm
and they
saying?
said unfavorable. What is the reason they gave you?
Lost run report. Unfavorable lost run report.
So that didn't pop up when you signed on with them.
That's what I'm saying. I was completely 100 with everything. Like, I told him, I even got this report for him and emailed it to him twice. Twice. Like, when we first binded the contract, I mean the insurance, and then here recently, like a couple last week, when they filed that thing with the FMCSA, the cancellation report. So I just feel like they just using this. They just really got the money out of me, for real, for real. They got the down payment out of me in a couple of months, and then now they just dropping me for no reason.
Well, they gave you a reason.
I mean, it ain't nothing that they really didn't know about.
Well, the thing with that type of claim puts you at a high risk level. So apparently, when you signed up for it, uh, uh, that didn't pop up. So now here we are 2 or 3 months later, it's popping up. You're that much of a risk that they don't even want to see the policy through. They just want to part ways with you immediately.
Got you.
And
So
and that's
that's
not
that's what
that's
I'm afraid of. This is going to keep happening. You know what I'm saying?
that's what I
So
was about to say. That's not good. So, do you have a broker?
no, that's why I wanted to get in contact with you, because the broker that I had only really shot with Progressive. So the people that I have been contacting here in the past few weeks have been running Progressive as well, and now they saying they're giving me quotes for like ridiculously cheap for both trucks, like 1,100, 1,200, stuff like that. So I'm just really, you know what I'm saying, like trying to find somebody I can trust at this point.
Wait, you saying you got a broker out there that's getting you cheaper quotes than what you've been getting?
Yeah, from this was earlier today, like maybe a few hours ago when I first woke up. But yeah, I'm getting a cheaper quote for Progressive now. They went
Well,
from
see,
7,500 down to 1,100. I don't know what they doing,
well,
or
that goes back to what I said yesterday with the guy. Some brokers, you can get a quote from one broker for Progressive, and it'll be totally different than the next broker.
Right.
They'll add shit that you don't need and all type of shit, right? Because they try to make more money every month. You pay your bill, they get 4% or whatever they fee is. So if you got a cheaper quote, follow through with it. But probably what's happening with you, it's probably gonna follow you. Like something happened somewhere. Something happened. I don't know if you want to talk about it on here, but you know more about your business. I can't read between the lines. If you got a loss
Nah, I mean
run,
that's all we got
run
on the insurance. That's it. That's the
right.
only
So
thing we got on our
so
insurance.
so so that loss run report, you admit to whatever happened, it happened, right? And
Yep.
this play, it's gonna follow you. Now the severity of that what happened, I don't know. They'll know, and you know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's something to the point where Byberg, which is a pretty large company, they don't even want to see the whole 12 months through. They like skip the other 9 months. We don't want to make no money. They basically say you're more of a risk to them than them seeing the rest of these 9 months through making X amount of dollars a month. They said forget the
Right.
money. We just want to cut ties with you.
I mean, which is cool if I can definitely find somebody cheaper. So I mean,
So go with the cheaper person and see what happens. If it happens again, then but if this guy's getting you on with Progressive, and Progressive was willing to keep you after the loss run, they just ran your insurance up, right?
yeah, it went up to like 250% of whatever I was
Right,
paying. Yeah.
right. So Progressive will take that risk on you, and if you're going back to Progressive with this new broker, go and see it through, and go from there, because they didn't drop you, they just went up. They willing to
Word.
take the risk, but you're gonna pay it. You're gonna pay. You them insuring you is risky, so they have to reward themselves. That's why they went up that 250%. But if this guy's getting you back down for less, then go for it. But it still got to go through underwriting. Hopefully, whatever they
That's
catch,
what everybody keep
whatever it
telling me
is, it
too. Yeah.
don't get caught. It don't get caught in underwriting, because if it pops up in underwriting, which it'll probably pop up faster for them than it would for Bybert, because they paid that claim out.
Right.
So
Word. Well, hey, bro, I appreciate and value everything you got coming out your mouth, bro. Like you really be spitting some honey shit, man. Really appreciate you.
I appreciate you. And then let me know what happened. If that don't fall through, then come back, and then we'll have to go talk to I have to pull some of the big guns out to see. I don't pull my guy out. If I pull
I
my guy
know.
out, man, it's so see what they say, and then
For sure, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm definitely holler at dude again tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm just trying to shop before. You know what I'm saying? I pull the trigger on something because I feel like they robbed me. You know what I'm saying?
well
Like
well here's the thing. When does the Byberg expire?
the 24th of this month.
So you got about a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Hmm.
Well, you gotta pull the trigger quick. You ain't got time to pussyfoot around.
I
You ain't
know.
got
I know.
so you
That's why I contacted you pretty much immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like I hit up a few of my brokers and they was like kind of worried. Like I said, I can't really trust them too much because like that, I feel like they'll tell you anything to try to get you signed up. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I'm just trying to do my due diligence and shop around, at least get the cheapest price I can. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna see what this guy talking about, man.
Yeah, see what he talking about, and then if that don't fall through, then come back on the next show whenever. Well, yeah, I guess it would be the next show because the 24th, and then
Around the
we'll
corner.
go. Yeah, you'll probably have to hit me up before then. Then yeah, just hit me.
Okay,
I'll be
for sure,
looking out
man.
for you, and then let me know.
All right.
All right,
Appreciate
all
you,
right,
bro.
no problem. Later. All right, so I think we got 4 in. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. We got 20 minutes. I could take one more. One more. I got 20 minutes. I got 20 minutes, so we could take one more. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I see Pippi popped in. What's up, Pippi? Good show tonight, man. I really didn't get into character tonight. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired. I'm tired. I see Anthony Caruso change his profile pic. Anthony Caruso done went black mass. So after last night live stream, I guess you finna go straight black mask on them now to come up with that 30 grand. You done put the black mask on. You finna come up with that 30 grand one way or another, man. Switch his whole profile from whatever it was to a black mask. So he said he finna come and get that 30,000. He done masked up. Shout out to all the moderators. I see Costas is on this membership gifting thing again. Let's see. Michael Manuel, PS for Games, Fat Killer, Elton Frederick. It looks like Axel is behind. Axel, you way behind. If you talking about flatbed, that was the previous caller. Not this last guy, but the guy before that. What was he talking about? Oh, you talking about Juan, AJ? Oh, Juan in the chat. Juan, what's up, man? You usually pop up. What's the deal? I got 20 minutes if you want to pop on real quick. I got 20 minutes and then we out of here. So 20 minutes and then we out of here. Oh, no, different computer? Okay. You can take one more caller. I got 20 minutes. He need that tax man advice. He need tax advice for his boss. You got your boss with you, Juan. If Juan got his boss, I stay on an extra 15 minutes. So we'll run it to 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. If Juan come up here with his boss for tax advice, we'll stay on to 9 o'clock. If not, we out of here 8:45. I give y'all extra 15 minutes if he come on with his boss. What happened? We need the tax man. Let me see. Yeah, well, I don't know what detail on taxes you need if you don't ask. You gotta come up. So I don't know. Well, all right, who is this? Is this one? Who we got in the back room? I don't see you. Turn your camera on before we bring you up. It says Juden, unless that's one you spelled it wrong. Who we got in the back room? Turn your camera on. Turn your camera on, I can't put you on. You gotta unmute yourself and turn your camera on. You gotta unmute yourself and turn your camera off if you can hear me. Hey, caller, you gotta unmute yourself and turn your camera on. All right, so I don't know who that is. I think it might be one. He just misspelled his name. Hey, one, if you can hear me, you need to either drop down and call back up. We can't see you. No, he dropped down. So yeah, if you hear me, call back up. I don't know who this is. Oh, there you go. Yo, what's up,
Mark?
Man, it's still sunshine out there. That's right. You in Vegas, right?
Nah, Nevada, around Nevada. Right now I'm going to California.
Damn, it's sunny as hell out there. It's dark than a month. Yeah.
Beautiful day
What's going on?
out right now.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if you give some sauce on taxes.
What type of sauce? This for you or for your boss?
No, for me.
What's going on? What type of information you need?
Well, there's a dilemma where I just want to know what would be the best way to save the most amount of money this year on taxes. If you're say somebody were to make 50,000, would the best idea be to reinvest most of it so that they only pay a certain amount on a certain percentage? You know what I mean?
This is for your taxes, right?
Yeah.
How you getting paid? W-2 or 10?
Yeah,
He got you on.
I'm a self-employer.
So he
How's it
paying
going,
you on
boss?
a.
I'm empty. You too.
So he paying you on a 1099.
Yeah.
What do you
So
have to write off?
look, I'm gonna just lay it straight because I just need some advice because I got some ideas, but I'll be honest, I gotta do some more research on taxes and stuff like that. But I know that roughly it works as if you make a certain amount of money and then you reinvest a certain amount of money, it's taxed differently than if you just save up all of your money and then at the end of the day you get taxed more if you just hold on to it, right?
He paying you on a 1099, man.
Yeah.
You're not a contractor. You an
Oh no, not a
employee.
contractor, but I'm basically I'm a business myself. You know what I mean? I'm a.
That's fine. But whose truck is that you driving right now?
No, it's not truck wise or anything like that. It's his. This is the boss's stuff. I'm just saying to not say too much. I've been running numbers, and then I'm expected to make a certain amount of money by the end of the year, and I just want to know what would be the best way to go at the end of the year? Is it invested in something and then try to because I'm trying to minimize the amount of taxes that I pay because.
You know how you minimize the
I
amount of
just
taxes? You know how
graduated
you.
high school not too long ago, and then I was in college.
Mm-hmm. You know how you
What's the best
minimize
way?
the taxes? Write-offs. But you don't got nothing to write off because it ain't your company.
Yeah.
You're getting paid on a
Yeah, that's what I
1099,
mean. So
which is
hold
hold on. You getting paid on a 1099, which is a misclassification. You're misclassified. All right. And all that money you have nothing to write off. What are you writing off?
Hey, what do you mean by misclassification? No, it's not a 1099. It's a W-9.
Okay. So a W-9 is when he hired you. You filled out the W-9, and at the end of the year, that W-9 you get a 1099 in the mail. It's just like when you're an employee, you get hired from a job, they give you a W-4. That's the form you fill out, the W-4, and then when tax time comes around, you get a W-2 in the mail. As an independent contractor, they give you a W-9, you fill that out, and when tax time comes around, they give you a 1099. All right? You fill out a W-9 means self-employed. That's the paperwork for a 1099. So at the end of the year, you have to have write-offs to offset that income.
Yeah, exactly.
You have no write-offs because you have no company. You're not a contractor. Now, if you were working for him as an independent contractor and he was providing you work and you were providing the truck, you were paying for the fuel, you were paying for all the maintenance and everything that's associated with doing the actual job, then all those costs would offset the income, the gross that you brought in. So if you brought in $100,000 and you spent $60,000, that $60,000 you could write all that off. But let's say you make $100,000 on a 1099 with him because you're misclassified. There's no write-offs because no taxes are being taken out, and you don't have any write-offs because you're not assuming any of the costs. He's paying for the fuel, the trucks are his, the maintenance is his, everything that it costs to run those routes that you're running, he's writing that shit off because it's his company. You're an employee. You're misclassified. You should have filled out a W-4 and you should be getting a W-2 at the end of the year. So when tax time comes around, if you gross $50,000, you got paid $50,000. So that means you get taxed on $50,000. You have no write-offs.
Right. So with the 1099, as an employee, there's no way to like mitigate the cost at the end of the year. You are in actuality an employee, but you're misclassified on paper to the IRS as an independent contractor. You don't have any write-offs to mitigate it. You're not paying for anything. When the truck breaks down, he's paying for it. When the truck needs a tire, he's paying for it. If you were paying for all this stuff, then these would be write-offs for you, but they're not. But as far as like traveling to work or like when my
no man, like, no. You trying to find a way to go around it. You can't go around that. You don't write off traveling to work. What are you talking about? That's not a write-off. You're trying to make yourself into something that you're not. You're not an independent contractor. You're an employee. There's no way around it. You come to work, they provide you with a vehicle, they tell you what to do, you do it, you go home. You don't pay for anything. The trucks aren't yours, you don't pay for the maintenance, you don't pay for the fuel, you don't pay for repairs, you don't pay for nothing.
So what if I did? That's the way to mitigate it?
I mean, if you had your own trucks and shit, but don't go paying for his shit to write shit off. That's not none of your responsibility. What you should have filled out a W-4 when you got hired, and at the end of the year you should get a W-2. Every 2 weeks, taxes should be being taken out of your check. If you ain't got no kids, you should be filing one yourself. And then at the end of the year, you're going to overpay, and then by the end of the year, you're going to overpay, you go do your taxes, and you're going to get a tax refund. You're an employee, man. You're not a contractor.
Hey, you still doing the one-on-one calls, like the thing that you had on your website?
Yeah, for a limited time.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
man.
cool.
You gotta how'd you do your taxes this year from last year?
I was in college. I was studying, so I didn't make any money last year.
When did you start working for him? I thought you were calling in last year. When?
I just started this year.
So you graduated college, or you just left college?
I dropped out.
What were you majoring in?
Business.
Why'd you drop out?
I just realized like it's kind of true what they say online, where like how is a person that doesn't even own a business gonna teach you about business? I just kind of saw like the bigger picture, and I just felt like I was wasting my time.
So let me tell you this.
Yeah.
I like you because you call up and you ask questions, and you're not ashamed to ask questions, and for the most part, I think you listen. I hope you listen. Don't get in trouble. Don't get yourself in trouble at your young age trying to help somebody else, man.
What do you mean?
I mean, a lot of the stuff that you tell me, I can tell you have good characteristics. You're a kind-hearted person,
Yeah.
but I think, and I'll tell this to your boss. I think your boss needs help. Something's going on with your boss. I think a lot of the shit he's doing, it can end up hurting him, but it can also hurt you too. And I'm a good judge of character, and I think you're a really smart young man, and I see you have a bright future ahead. But a lot of the shit that you're doing to help him can ultimately affect you as well, and I don't want to see that happen to you.
You talking about with the IRS?
I'm talking about you being misclassified. I'm talking about you paying for gas for a company that you don't even own. You know what I'm saying? Like, to help your boss out because he doesn't have working capital. A lot of shit. Like, a lot of the things you've told me, like, I feel like you're going above and beyond for something that doesn't benefit you. Even with you calling up to the channel to get advice from him because you see flaws in him and you want him to be a better person. And that's fine. I think that's dope. But it was dope. It was more dope the first few times you called. Now it's just getting to the point where it's just more and more and more and more shit that I feel like is just not right. And I can see that you're a cool person, and I think you could do a lot better. With maybe
Yeah, no,
and I don't know.
I'm gonna get the right form. I'm gonna fill out the right form and everything. But yeah, I mean, as far as like the one-on-one calls, just purchase it, and then after that we set a time, and then we just
Is it a one-on-one call for you, or what is this? What is this one-on-one call for you or for your boss?
it would be for me.
What are you looking to do?
Start a business.
Similar to what you're doing for him? In trucking? You want to do trucking? I hear you now. You kind of you in a dead zone. Now say that again.
Yeah, yeah, like I want to get into trucking, and then obviously like venture out into other avenues. What do you think? Besides trucking, what other avenues would be would be good to get into?
That all depends. What I may like, you may not like. What do you have interest in?
Oh, honestly, Mark, I just like working hard.
Well,
Honestly,
I
every
think
single day when I work hard, and then I go home at night, and then uh and definitely that's what I do. I work a little bit harder.
so. I would start with what you're doing right now. Just working for him is giving you the opportunity to learn a lot of operations, hands on. So I would start there first
Right.
because you have knowledge because you're doing it, and then I would try to build that up, and then I would look into other things later. So I'll focus on one thing at a time. So I would definitely probably get into the trucking thing if I were you, and go from there. I mean, you definitely got the work ethic. I think if you had a truck, you one of the people that I talked to. I could 100% guarantee you wouldn't have no problem going over the road.
I'm planning on it next year.
Hmm.
Yeah, since I got no commitments, no wife, no kids, no. The only person who worries about me is my mom from time to time.
So
Being
now
on
is
the
a
road for a whole year.
now is a great time. Why don't you go to a school for your CDL and just let them pay to get your CDL and then just go over the road and do that and then
It's because
reassess everything.
I'm not a trucker, man. Like this is cool. Like this is fun. Like just on the road by yourself and stuff like that. But I'm an aspiring entrepreneur.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then
So
just to commit to getting a CDL, and then after you get the CDL to like really be driving the 18 wheelers. I feel like I would get comfortable making the amount of money that I make just driving an 18 wheeler, and then I would kind of feel comfortable in that space, and then it would limit my growth.
yeah, you a smart guy, man. You a smart guy.
Yeah, but I'll purchase one of the one-on-one calls, Mark, and then we can get into some details, huh?
All right, man. Sounds good.
All right, take it easy.
Be safe. All right. Hey. Yeah, I like one, man. He's a smart young man. He's wise beyond his years for the most part. I don't like how his boss is doing it. But you can tell from having a conversation, his words, he's very articulate. Um, he's 21 and he's always working. Every time he calls up, he's working. So, I think if he does something for himself with his work ethic, um, I think he's one of those guys 10 years down the line that would just be out in outer space. So I just don't like how his boss is doing him. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. So, all right. So I think that is going to wrap it up. It's 8:47. Casa said they're really good friends and a good spot. Well, they just met this year. Business is business, friends is friends, business is business. But I don't think they've known each other long enough to be considered friends. I think he met him this year. He said when he started working for him. But there's just a certain line, as a business owner that you don't cross, with your employees. I've never some of the shit that he he's done for this guy. I would never even think about that shit. Um, but yeah, it is what it is. Um, all right, all right. Uh, All right, all right, all right, all right. Maybe Costas, maybe. We've never even considered that. We've never even talked about that. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Uh, I don't. Maybe one day. Um, maybe one day. All right. So yeah, I got some shit coming up. I'm working on that. I may be reaching out to some individuals. Uh, uh, in the DM for this upcoming idea I got. For a test run. So be on the lookout for that. Other than that, if I don't see you guys before Sunday, happy Mother's Day to the mothers. For you guys out there, make sure you call your mother for Mother's Day. Take her out, get her flowers, do something great for your mom, man. Do something great for your mom, man. Remember, remember to take care of your mom Sunday. All right? I'm out of here. Peace.